It's good, everyone. Crazy day today. Crazy day today. Hmm. So, what leads up to events like this? What is the cause of this? Who is to blame? What is the reason? Who do we point fingers at? What's really good with this bitch getting stabbed in the fucking park today? I don't think she should have been stabbed. And of course, that's wrong. And I'm not, I guess you could say, pleased or satisfied in any. Well, I guess I wouldn't be the one, right? I've spoken out about this lady before the last time that she got slapped up, and ended up on the floor. Big up Purple Pill, big up everyone in the place. And like a lot of people were very, I guess, not real pleased with what I had to say, right? So I'm reflecting on like my sentiment before of when, she got something, either she got slapped or she got something yanked out her hands and she fell on the floor, or maybe both times. I think it was actually both times. Um, on my sentiment towards her, at those times. And I do have to say that it, the way I feel about today is completely different. Hey, Mr. Paler, pick up. Oh, let me put the link in the chat. All right, there's the link if anyone wants to jump on. All right, sorry, my bad. Kids, they don't talk to me all day until I get on, until I go to do something. But no, so was I saying? Oh yeah, my sentiment about this lady Hatun. So today I feel very different. Maybe because, uh, you know, a stabbing is way more than yanking something out her hands, and of course, like, getting sliced up on your face. Yeah. So say it wasn't a stab. People are like, oh, she didn't get stabbed, she got slashed. All right, if she was attacked with any kind of sharp object that resulted in, her face bleeding and whatnot, is a little different than getting dragged to the floor or even getting slapped. Yeah, is that true, Mr. Bailiff? Big up, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good, good. So I'm sure you've heard it's been going on all day about this lady, and what happened with her at Speaker's Corner, right? So
I have no
the
idea what was.
oh, okay. So there's this lady. She's a Christian, I guess, apologist, and she runs an organization called DCCI, which is Defend Christ and Critique Islam. Yeah. So she does wild stuff, like goes to the park, like Speaker's Corner with Quran with holes drilled in it, and like pictures of like cartoon Hebdo pictures on her T-shirt. She's provocative. She is provocative. So she's been slapped up before, and she's been like people have stole her book and ran around and she's chased them around, and like her goal is literally to be like, look at these Muslims. That's what
Hey,
she lives for. You know what
hey,
I'm saying? One second. Oh, gone.
what I was gonna say is this.
Mm,
Um, you're from America. I don't know. Say, I mean, you're from Connecticut, whatever, right? I mean, you're from
mhm.
America, and
Mhm.
they're in Britain. They're
Mhm.
different. Like, for example,
Yes,
I
they're mad different.
I can't imagine it happening in America. Even the most crazy right wing Christian fundamentalist Westbury Baptist Church person is not going to go around cutting up Qurans like I don't understand what England is like. I mean, okay, over here I
But
can't
the
imagine somebody doing that in America. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter, well, I'm gonna tell you
right,
one
because
thing.
their sentiment is different, Mr. Taylor. Their sentiment is different,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Uh,
totally different
in
because we respect religion.
right,
Americans respect religion, even if they don't agree with their religion. They respect the religion
exactly,
in general. You know what I'm saying? Americans have one
exactly.
thing about them, they respect religion in general.
But I'll have to say that we do not have the concentration of, let's say, a certain type of Muslim that the UK has. You know what I'm saying?
I think because the UK, okay, America
Because
knows.
they have a refugee crisis going on over there. And that's where these people flee to. They flee to Europe, to Germany, to France, to UK. So that's why you see this stuff going on, like with the
Hey, Miss Jen,
president of.
I'm gonna say, I'm Jen. I was gonna clear. Jen, Jen,
Mm, mhm,
Jen. I still don't think that'll happen in America ever. Cause look, we America takes in more people than any other country in the world. America takes in more people than any other country in the world, right?
mhm. Well, we
Of
used
course,
to.
our main refugees come from Latin America, right? We know that. Our main refugee
Right.
crisis from the southern border
Yeah.
in Latin
Yeah.
America, right? Not coming from the Middle East. But at the
Right.
same time, we still have a lot of Muslim immigrants. We come like, in matter of fact, we got indigenous Muslim communities, especially in the black communities in DC, Philly, Baltimore. You're gonna see a lot of indigenous black Muslims.
No,
Um,
I know. That's why I said a specific type.
yeah, yeah,
Because
but
I don't see NOI guys like I know like NOI guys. I feel like they've been here, they've been around forever. 5% NOI guys, like to me, that's kind of like the American type of Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like black Muslims,
but
yeah, will
all
just be.
Muslims are Americans. Well, in America, right? What I'm trying to say is that in America, right? In
Mm,
America, I can't see those type of stuff happening because America doesn't tolerate it doesn't tolerate you not assimilating. You understand what I'm saying? America doesn't tolerate. You're not going to make a separate world in America and say like you're
mm.
going to do what you want to do in America. It is not going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So like that's the that's what they do have. Like they do have a bunch of people over there saying that they want to change the UK into such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? So like their
Because
problems are different
the
than
UK keep on
ours.
suck. Because if it was America, they couldn't do that in America. And if somebody, if some
Exactly.
president in America were to try to say something shit like that, they would definitely get the army after them. You know, they'll definitely get the army, they'll get the army for you. They'll get the army for you. Say what? What you see? What you talking about? What? Y'all said what? Y'all said what now? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I,
yeah.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what they gonna say. And they try to do that,
Right.
man. So it's like this is a Britain problem, and this is a cultural problem with people who have
Yeah.
gone to who have basically don't have their own underpinnings. Like for example,
Mm,
one thing about America, why that thing would never happen because in Britain, those people trying to defend Christianity, they're I don't know what they really gonna do. I mean, they need to just go to church. Like for example,
Yeah.
let me give you an example. Why don't they go check? Because I'm gonna tell you why everybody. Because first of all, the churches are empty in Britain, but then everybody who's trying to defend who's trying to defend Christianity, if you ask them when's the last time you went to church, they'll tell you I don't even go to church. Like what the hell? I don't get it. Why can't y'all go to
That's what I'm
for
saying
example,
because the church has failed them over there. Like the
it's failed
Christian
them,
church
right? But,
has, yes,
and,
like it
but
has
why
failed them.
defend it? Then
Huh?
why are they trying so hard to defend it and they don't even want to go to church? Like they trying to defend Christianity so hard, but they don't even want to go to church. It
Right,
don't make sense
because
to me.
they
Like,
don't want the demographics to change.
yeah, but
They
the
don't want the
failed.
change.
I'm gonna give you an example. When I
Mm,
talk to Ralph and his crew, right? I asked
mm.
them this simple question. They always trying to defend it's supposed to be Christian actions, but I asked them, do any of you serve any type of capacity in the church? And all of them say no. I'm like, it's not even one deacon, and one of y'all, not even one of y'all are deacons. At least one of y'all should at least be a deacon, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you at least run the supply department or something. At least
Part of something, you supposed to be a pastor or a Sunday school. At least be a Sunday school teacher. Ain't not
anything.
Sunday school teachers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
You
saying. So they spend most of their time battling the opposition versus building up their foundations. You know what I'm saying? So it's
know,
kind of crazy.
Britain. That's the problem in Britain, and that's the problem America don't have.
Yeah,
American people, the
yeah,
Christians in America still go to church. That's the difference.
yeah.
Christians in
That's why when
America go.
people say like, "Oh, your churches are empty," I'm like, "Bruh, I got one, two, I got three churches an eye shot from my house." You know what I'm saying? Like three churches.
And,
I can look
and,
one way and see one Lutheran church. I don't know what kind that one is, and then that's the Saint something that helps the homeless people over there in that corner. So but the thing is like Sunday those churches are. I mean, now that COVID is over, they're right back packed. So I don't know what's going on over there. Like if this whole thing is impacting them like so bad that they just completely fucking lost it. I don't know
it,
what's going on.
it has, Jen. It has, Jen, because they have no underpinning. See, no matter what America goes through, America still people still have some type of. The average American is somewhat religious in a certain of one way or another. Even the more liberal, like
Mm.
for example, where I live is the same way as you. In my one, I'm trying to. I'm still trying to figure out who's going to all these churches. I got a church on every single block. Around where I live,
Mm.
like literally on every single block, every corner, there's a church. Every corner, like
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
it's like these people are talking all these demographic Christian nationalism, all this other stuff, but then how many of them are getting people to go to church? I want to see them go to church. I want to see the videos in church. I want to see them getting people into their churches. How you gonna save the Christian Britain and save Christianity in Britain if you don't even have people in church? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's over.
Yeah, I don't get it either. They have to have some kind of foundation. And that's why they get so angry when these mosques are getting built, these mosques are getting built, but people are going to them.
That's
So
the point.
you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
so nobody's going to church.
you kind of can't be mad. Like,
Yeah, how you gonna
bring your ass.
Yeah, because at least America see so all the Christian nations need to come to America and see how Americans go to church. They need to go to Nashville, go to like them type of places, go to the Bible, go to
Mm,
Nashville, and see everybody
mhm,
go to church. Man, you go.
mhm.
I mean, I really don't get what the Europeans are going through. Like, what's one place I'm never going? I don't want to live in at all. I'm not going to Europe for nothing.
Me
I'm,
neither. Me neither. Like I'd visit, but I would never want to live there. And these people on these streams have completely ruined it for me. I don't never
because
want to deal with that shit. Like I don't ever want to live in that kind of environment with this type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like this is so foreign to me, and I am so glad. And it makes me like think. So like um why my thought of why I titled the show is that if they can't come to any kind of conclusion, you know what I'm saying? Should they just ban public displays of religion? Like fuck it. If you
I think
can't
that's
get along, like they don't
okay. Some
have First Amendment over there, Pelu. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about over there, right?
I know, but
Like,
Jen, I'm gonna give you an example why I don't agree. I don't think they should do that because
mm,
France sort of does that in some ways. France is
hmm
called they have this thing called French laicite. They sort of do that, and I think it would hurt too much. I don't believe in they should ban it. I mean, for the long and short of it, I think I think they're just done. I mean, I think Britain's gonna come out of it because Britain did the Brexit and then they're gonna align themselves to America's gonna be different. But I
hmm
don't think they should ban displays of religion. I mean for one thing um um for one thing, you know, people need to just stop. I mean, the only thing it's going to end up doing, unfortunately, is all what's going to happen is going to make more and more anti Muslim sentiments. That's what I think is going to happen from the non Muslim community, and I think it's good. And I'm gonna tell you why I think it's good, even though I'm Muslim, because I think Muslims need to be responsible too when it comes to other countries. Don't just go to the country and think you're gonna stir everything up how you want to stir everything up. You know what I'm trying to say? Is
hmm
so
hmm
so it's like everybody got to know their place. Like whenever there's a push, there's gonna be a shove. It's like everybody got to know what envelopes to push, and it's gonna be some clashes. I mean, I'm happy I don't live in that society. That's gonna clash the way it is, but I think it's gonna work itself out. They're gonna find an equilibrium, but but at the same time it's bound to happen because you have a people who have lost their spiritual background. I don't know what they're gonna do to get it back. I don't know what kind of. I mean, I don't know what Christian Europe wants to do. I mean, I don't know how they could become more like America. Can they? I mean,
Some of them want to kick the immigrants out the country.
yeah, they want
You
to
know
kick
what
it
I'm
in.
saying? Like that's what it's coming to. So it's like, if all right, if forced repatriation or banning public displays of religion. I'm not saying ban religion. You could still practice your religion. You could still go to church. You could still wear your, you know what I'm saying? But you can't talk to people. You can't preach. You can't have dawah stands. You can't hand out pamphlets. Jehovah's Witness can't come knocking on your door. You can't talk about it at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean by banning public displays. Like, you
That's a lot
can't,
though.
like,
A lot though, because look, in America we'll do that. For example, a Jehovah's Witness has been coming on forever, but does Jehovah's Witness really bother anybody? Like, if you don't want them to come, they're not gonna come. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, no, I understand, but I'm talking about the situation in the UK, right? You know what I'm saying? Over here is a completely different story. Like from what I see, I think it's almost probably easier for Muslims to live over here than to live over there.
It's way
That's just
easier. It's way
that's what I'm
easier.
saying. Like it just looks
I'm gonna tell you
wild
why.
over there. I wouldn't
I'm,
want to live over there.
I'm gonna tell
Like,
you why it's hard. I'm gonna tell you why it's hard because you have Muslims over there who think they're going to just they're going to push and they're not going to get pushed back.
mm,
See,
mm-hmm.
Americans are not stupid enough to think that because they know America will shoot you. 'Cause we got guns. America, we
And
start
see,
shooting.
this is what I'm saying, Mr. Palu. Like this lady got stabbed today. You know what I'm saying? Like if she was over here, like she probably would have been capped a long time ago. I'm not even gonna front. Like it, not
Yeah,
to say that she deserves it, but you know what I'm saying? Like realistically, like I gave the what's up, Raj?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little
Um,
yes.
bit far away, man.
yeah, like people, like that's why I said like Speaker's Corner couldn't happen over here. Not just her, but people would be getting like licked down. That's just the way it is. But it's like that's what I'm saying, and I feel like some people feel like maybe they won't be so bold over here. Like you won't be so bold to walk around like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know. It's so fucked up. Like it's so fucked up. I don't know what the hell. What you think, Raj? Man, you guys are all fucked up over there, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just something that I said before that I was there. Obviously, we fell out a little bit over the over the Hatun
Mm-hmm.
thing, And obviously we can agree to disagree because we're grown-ups. And the thing is that I said then that when she was pulled to the ground, although it wasn't serious, I knew it was going to escalate. I knew the next thing was going to be, okay, so it started off with her being pulled to the ground. Then the next thing was that she was punched in the face.
Then it was a punch. Now it's
then
a
it was
stab.
people kind of like, you know, hassling and stuff like that. And I knew at some point, if the police didn't take it seriously, that it will escalate to the point someone's going to do something. And she's lucky. If that is a knife that was being put, he's lucky she didn't get stabbed in the neck.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he was trying to go for the neck. And it was just lucky that her arm was up because of the umbrella. And, you know, it hit that. So, yeah, it's crazy, man.
But you know what, Rod? I was just saying, like, at the beginning, like, my sentiment this time is different. And I'm, like, okay with admitting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, before a slap, okay, a slap is, a slap, pulled to the ground, okay, but now there's, like, weapons involved. Like, now shit is getting real. And, like, now it's different. Like, that's fucked up, man. Like, that's fucked up. Like, I mean,
remember, she is a woman as well, yeah? I mean, what happens to men happens to men. And no man can touch me. That's why I haven't been touched in Speaker's Corner. They just can't. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a man and I'm still going to swing back. And so I do think there's a bit of a kind of, if a guy comes up to me, I don't care if you're 10 foot, you try touching me, I will swing for you. If I get beaten up in the process, it don't matter as long as I hit you back. And that's the thing that they know another man is going to do something back. Yeah, no man's going to let.
That's what I'm saying. They never tried it with Daniel. They never tried it with Godwin. They never tried it with Tan. They never tried it, but they did try it with Jedi. They tried it with Jedi.
Yeah, but it didn't touch him.
You know?
I mean,
right, but they still. I mean,
so let me
tried
just because I don't think you remember. Because remember when Jedi said, you know, basically my name as he was being chased about. But I was also had a similar situation with Ard, and in one day I had two situations, and then the second one was when I was kind of moved about the park here. Let me just give a thingy. Oh, how's it going? What's his name? Mr. Billu.
Mr. Billu.
I don't know why. I always. I like you, this Billu. How you doing, my man? How you doing, my man? Yeah, you're
big up, bro. Big up.
Yeah. So there is this kind of, I think people are trying, you know, because Hattoon's a woman, that, you know, they can get away with sort of violating her to that point. And I'm not saying I agree with Hattoon, but should she be stabbed and beaten up for doing what she's doing? No. Yeah.
No.
Is she crazy?
Yes, she's fucking nuts. She's out of her shit.
There's no doubt about no one can say she's not mad. I've met her, and she's madder in real life than she is on camera.
She's fucking tapped.
She was stabbed by a man?
Yeah. Dude came out, attacked, and swinging in with something in his hand that caught her in the forehead. She had a cut.
I can't see that happen in America. I can't see a man if a woman like that was screaming in America.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
but they're not gonna attack her. I don't think they'll attack her in America.
They would get their girl cousins to come fuck you up. Like,
you should just scream for a minute, yeah? Can you just scream for a minute?
Do that. See, that's my thing about the like, for example, I don't see an American Muslim doing that in America. If the equivalent thing happened in America, I can't see an American Muslim attacking a woman. I don't say that she's a crazy lady. This is a crazy lady who would be talking. But I can't see a grown Muslim man in America doing that. It's something different about people in Britain. It's something different. Like it is. I don't know. I can't see that happening.
I'm trying to say, Pelu. They're different over there. So they have issues over here that we.
So this is what, like, you know, like with me as well. Have a look. I'm literally surrounded by like 100 people. Yeah.
I was watching that the other day. That's fucking nuts.
And so, you know, they're trying to control park with a kind of we don't like you, and so we don't agree with your ideology, we don't agree with your whatever. And what they do is do this. So I was originally here with Saeed, yeah. It turned from one guy to 10, and then it turned into this, yeah. And the thing is with the police here, they have a policy of
resistance.
So they pulled me out. Yeah. As I'm walking out, when people are surrounding you like this, they could have easily punched me. Why didn't they? Why didn't they? Why didn't they punch
Dude,
Jedi? Because
I would have had a fucking panic attack if that was happening.
no, I freaking loved it, man. Look at this here. I loved it. Look, listen, we hate Raj. We hate Raj. Listen.
It's like the fucking paparazzi or something.
The thing is, yeah, like I love that shit. Yeah. So the thing is that these kind of, and look at this guy saying Muhammad Hamdan says Raj is a bully. I'm one Sikh guy. I'm bullying the whole Muslim ummah. Are you that weak?
Well,
because this is what's happening.
The ones
this
at
is what's
Speaker's
happening with
Corner
me. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, how can one man bully? I'm only one person by myself. I had no one else with me most of the time. Hence why I had the camera and stuff. And like they're saying I'm bullying them. Like, how can I bully them? It doesn't make sense. I just don't get it when you're the majority and you're grown ass men there. So even with Hatun, they're bullying us, she's bullying us. At the end of the day, she's one little crazy woman, yeah. And now she's like literally splashed over all the papers. She's in the Sun, yeah. You know, the Sun newspaper is one of the biggest papers in the UK, yeah. It's on there.
Oh wow!
The Daily Mail.
I wonder if it makes the BBC. Is that it? Is that?
Yeah, BBC. I'm pretty sure it's on the BBC as well. But if it hits if it was worse, it definitely would have been on the Sky News and the BBC, and that would have been all over the UK. The thing is, it's kind of sad because I think Speaker's Corner is going to pretty much be done after this, if things don't get controlled. Yeah, my main concern though, General, has always been Speaker's Corner deteriorating to this. Yeah, this has been always my kind of like, okay, if this happens, it's going to be a disaster because the police will not.
It's sad. Yeah, it's sad.
The thing is, the police cannot fund having 50 officers for Sunday in Speakers. They just can't. I know they can't. And they want, it's not they can't, they want to
get armed officers. They need to get armed officers. You got to get, if they have armed officers.
Paylo, their cops are soft. Oh my God. The cops are so soft.
I'll bring up Purple Effect, man. Do you know what they need to do is to give me the Judge Dredd kind of like authority.
Well, okay, so say you had that right now. What is your ruling? What is your solution? And what are your plans going forward for the Hyde Park Speaker's Corner section of Hyde Park?
Well, if it was a proper Judge Dredd where I have a license to kill, there'll be a lot of dead bodies about. Yeah, only joking. Only joking. No, but I mean, I would, if I had full kind of authority, I would have zero tolerance on people. When it comes to violence, I would definitely charge them because I think people need to start being charged for violence because people think they could just walk into Speaker's Corner. Yeah, I mean, they need to start charging people with, because if anyone touches me, I'm charging them straight. And I'll make an example of that person. The problem with a lot of people in Speaker's Corner, they don't press charges because they think, oh, what's the point? Now, I will just for the sake of proving a point, I will take you to court. Yeah, this is why what's the Jupiter? Officer! Look, I'm not hiding my kind of like, my kind of the way I do with things. Yeah, if I have to deal with something physically,
but that's only a certain kind of. I mean, the no snitch code is only, I'd say, applicable to certain, I guess, types of people. Maybe people who are a little more privileged to have the luxury of snitching. You know what I'm saying? But like for some people who have consequences or may have possible consequences, it's kind of, you have to tread lightly and really make good judgment calls.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I have no issue. Like I said, I'm playing chess, you're playing Connect 4. So if I got to use every piece in my chessboard, including the law and the police, I will use it to checkmate you. Now, I don't see that as a weakness. I see that as a strength. If a man wants to come up to me and swing from you, I'll swing for you back. But once I charge you, don't start crying because I will charge you. And I have no shame about being called a snitch. Yeah. If you call me a snitch, I go, officer. And I'll be laughing when you're being jailed. Yeah, I'm being straight with you. I'll laugh that you've lost your liberty to touch me. In fact, I'm like your God because you wanted to lose your liberty, ruin your life, and not have time with your family because you got an issue with me. So I've won, haven't I?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It's not kind of. It's
For
not kind
sure.
of. You have
Yeah.
one because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if
If
somebody's gonna
someone's
come
in
down
jail
here,
and then you're sitting there laughing at them,
and I'm back there at Speaker's Corner laughing my head off, going, that guy's in prison. Let them do it. If they want to spend time in prison to touch the Raj, if that's what that's what turns them on, let them do it. Yeah. Look, the thing is, I've been beaten up loads of times. Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, unless you're gonna kill me, there's nothing you can do. I think that's maybe what Hattoon thinks as well. Like, you're gonna have to kill me because I've been beaten up. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, it hurts.
you know what though? Like, I think if they don't ban her, right? Like, I feel bad because there's going to be a huge pushback from this. Like, there's already huge pushback from this. It's circulating. Like, it's really not a good look overall. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she doesn't get banned, I think she's going to come back with like
no. If she does get banned, it's going to be a million times worse. Not only will they say
that's what I'm
she
saying.
was
So
attacked,
this is a hard decision for them. Like, do they let her back or do they ban her? Because that's like, holy shit, you're banning a victim.
Look here, we obviously, as the official snitch at Speaker's Corner, we used to have the police meetings. Yeah, there's a massive police station in the middle of Speaker's Corner. And so we used to sit in there, like, discussing stuff. Now, a lot of people used to turn up, not just me. It wasn't a one-on-one. And
I heard about those before.
Yeah, and one of the things I used to say to them was, like, the problem with Speaker's Corner is this. It's a huge park. Yeah, a huge park. So, and it's next to Marble Arch. There's a lot of immigrant, like tourists, walking through the park to go to, chill. They don't know what Speaker's Corner is. So they're walking into this space here. And imagine you're just walking down, like, oh, I'm going to go to, eat an ice cream. And then you look to the side, you see Hattoon. You don't know what's going on. You don't know why she's doing this. You're from a different country. And this is the problem. They need to put massive signposts up. And I actually advised this. I said, look, in that little designated area, have at least 5 or 6 signposts in different languages, Arabic, maybe Punjabi, stuff like that, saying this is a space for free speech. If you walk in there, you may hear something that you might disagree with. Yeah.
Kind of like enter at your own risk.
Yeah, because the problem is a lot of people that walk through Speaker's Corner who get upset are normally first timers. And I've seen over time people getting desensitized to offense. So in the beginning, when I went there, I'd be offended by something. Over like a month, it's something that would offend me does have no effect. And it's happened to other people as well. Yeah, that I've seen that used to get angry at.
Okay, will Britain benefit from having a free speech constitutional right the way we have in America? In America, that's not even an issue because everybody understands you have freedom of speech.
Yeah, I mean, yours is a First Amendment, isn't it? Is it the...
Yeah, it's the First Amendment. Everybody gets that. In America, that's one thing everybody understands. That everybody can write what they want to say. Everybody understands that. This is
this came up earlier. They said, is hate, like, I was listening to a different show and they were like, well, hate speech, you can't do hate speech in America. I'm like, well, yes, you can. You could do hate speech, but you can't do hate crimes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing
right?
is that,
like, I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's like when the way hate speech is to me is like when you're inciting violence. Now, and hate speech can be okay. You're calling someone a racial slur, but it's not illegal to say it, as we saw from Tan. Yeah,
right,
and one of the things I brought up here on Jedi's was that Tan was calling black people the N-word for weeks. Yeah, online, challenging them.
Up.
All of this kind of stuff, went to their face, said you
kind of like Halima.
I mean, and he never got touched. He never got touched for that.
Yeah.
And being a racial thing, is something you have no control over. Yeah, you're black, aren't you? Or you're Asian.
That's what I'm saying. You can't choose. I hate when people make that comparison. It's a false comparison because you can't pick and choose your race. What the fuck?
Yeah, and
it's so freaking obvious.
And remember, in Speaker's Corner, they're doing Dawa. So if I say to you right now, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna practice doing dawah or propagating my religion in Speaker's Corner, and I want to convert people. And then somebody keeps coming up to me saying, "Well, your religion is wrong," and blah blah blah. I can't complain afterwards because I'm there trying to say my religion is right. Do you understand? So I even say
That's
to
what I'm
Sikhs,
saying, Raj. Like, don't you think like these problems, like if that were like was banned, right? Like public displays of religion, like I feel like the world would be such a happier place because
No,
everyone would just keep
not if
the
it, not if,
stuff to
not if,
themselves. Like,
not if the Sikhs and Buddhists and Hindus are there.
I know we'd have to do it too, but we could go into our temples and quietly pray and meditate and do what we got to do.
Jen. Okay, Jen. In public, you live in a regular life. In public, how many people you've heard preach in public? People preach in public all the time in America. You never see a problem.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody, the Spanish church.
So my
Yeah,
issue is why bad public displays of religion where you live in a society where everybody has a public display of religion, but nothing ever happens. Like
But Caleb, I'm not talking about over here, bro. I'm talking about over there.
Yeah, but we need
I'm
to.
talking about.
So the thing is, but Mr. Piller, you have to remember, America is huge. Yeah, it's a huge place for one. It's very different from different areas to area. Secondly, you have guns. A gun is an equalizer. Like it's like nuclear weapons. Like you want to chat shit?
Yeah. I love that. That's a big thing. Y'all need the First and Second Amendment. That's what y'all need. Y'all need the First and Second Amendment.
Oh,
yes.
We don't need that madness.
That's what y'all need. Y'all need
if you guys had the First Amendment, you guys would be good right now.
No, I do believe there should be some kind of like law passed that protects free speech. Yeah. Now, the thing is, look, if someone goes in.
Our First Amendment also says we should not submit to the will of any religion or make any legislation submitting to the will of any religion.
Yeah, that's because the Puritans went over there and not being persecuted by the British, the mainstream church.
It says we can't establish a religion. It says the state cannot establish a religion. That's what it says. The state cannot establish a religion.
The thing is, you have to understand, like Speaker's Corner, like this is what frustrates me, is that no one forcing you to walk into Speaker's Corner. It's voluntarily. You're voluntarily going down there to look. Now, the people that accidentally walk through, that's a different thing. But people are voluntarily walking there. And the thing is that if someone walks into someone's religious place and they start doing that and they get their head kicked in, whatever, man, whatever, like you walked into that place. But going into Speaker's Corner and then people upset about what they're seeing, like I just don't understand it. If I couldn't take XYZ, I'd just stop going, in my opinion. I've told Sikhs as well, don't go there because you're not going to like what you hear. Some of them are not going to handle. Like, what's the point going there? You're going to get upset and angry when someone cusses your religion and stuff. Just don't, because I heard the most crazy stuff about Sikhism, Hinduism, and all of this.
I believe you. I hear it every day on these streams. It's insane.
Oh, you think you're gonna come back as a rat? And all that kind of stuff.
It's fucking crazy. But then want to type the N-word with the hard R. Who are, like, how dare you? What the fuck?
But that's the other thing about America too. Even though we have speech, it's very rare that people talk bad about religions in America. It's very rare.
Yeah, but it's a very different. Like the thing that, all right. So the problem is you haven't got remember, America's huge. Secondly, you haven't got a big Muslim population who are very, very.
It's a different type.
Like
but Raj, like before you came, I was telling her, okay, where I live, there's a significant Muslim population, but most Muslims are actually African Americans.
That's what I'm saying. These aren't foreign ones. These are American ones. It's different, bro.
No, but what's what I want to say though? Even if we did have a big Muslim population, I don't think it'll be as much a problem in America as it's becoming in Britain and Europe. I still don't think it'll be a problem.
I don't think so either.
So when you look at even now, I know people are going to go, Raj, you're being, look, I'm the leader of the Asians here. When you're looking at the most radicalized people in the UK, they're from like this Asian subcontinent. Now, there's black Muslims, but you very rarely hear of a black Muslim terrorist apart from Abu Dajjalo, who did that.
Unless they've been radicalized by Asians. You know what
Andrew
I'm saying?
Chowdhury
Like,
radicalizing, yeah.
what the fuck?
Andrew Chowdhury is a Pakistani guy, so there is a different mentality within the UK of some of these guys here, and I do think that like it is
That's
a messy
because they're not going
situation.
over there and smashing. I tell you, listen, Raj, if people, if the Muslim community in America act like they did in the UK, they'll get they'll have a they'll have a they'll get mobs of people coming shooting at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll get mobs of people coming shit because
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
but
the end,
but the problem, all right. So the problem with the gun here is this: if you shoot at someone, there's a chance they're going to shoot back. Yeah, there isn't a fair. It's not like a fair fight here. So everybody, you're
But most of
equal.
the time, you don't even have to shoot. You could just shoot.
I know,
Like
but
just
what I'm trying to
them
say is that
knowing that you possess one is
yeah, what
enough
I'm
to
saying
shut
is
somebody the fuck
it's
up.
an equalizer. So
it's
Yeah.
a deterrent. It's more of a deterrent than anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
Only is a deterrent. Is a deterrent against crime in America. That's what it is. It deters people from fucking with you because everybody know you.
Yeah.
People know you're strapped. They're not gonna just fuck with you because they know it could get ugly. It's a deterrent. It's almost like nuclear. It's like
Exactly.
that. The same way you have nuclear weapons. The same way you have nuclear weapons is like who uses nuclear weapons? No one. Only country ever used nuclear weapon was America against Japan one time. That's the only time it was ever used. But people have them for what? Because they want to have a deterrent. It's the same thing. So if you have a deterrent over there, a lot of things it's not gonna happen. Like all this stuff you see, it just don't happen like that in America. There's always a gun deterrent.
Yeah, can I say there's that little hobgoblins in the back chat? Yeah, I don't want to chat to that dude, man. That little 4 foot
Oh, I'm
goblin.
not looking at my phone.
It's that freaking it's that goblin Shine. Please don't let him on. Well, I'm gonna go in 5 minutes, man. I beg you, man. And it's not because I'm shocked of him. I just think he's because the one with him, when I say anything, I feel like I'm bullying a retard, and then I feel bad afterwards. Yeah, like I'm beating up Rain Man or something.
Why you gonna shine like that, man? Why you go so hard?
He's like a YouTube.
They
Rain
got
Man.
history, Mr. Failure. They got
much
history.
love, Shine. Much love, Shine. Hey,
He's got, this guy here, Shine here, is one of the most.
I'm not gonna say the bad part, Shine.
Mr. Pillu, Shine is a hobgoblin, yeah, a disgusting little cunt of the highest order, yeah. He's a nasty piece of work. He's evil, man. He's like a freaking deranged goblin.
Man, that's a strong thing to say. That's a strong thing to say.
Mr. Palu, what do you think about this question? It says the guy who claiming to be Muslim on the panel needs to realize Sharia law overcomes every law, so he has no choice to follow Sharia. Even in the West, he must at least establish it.
Well, you can live Sharia law. Okay, I live Sharia law. It depends how much you want to live. Like you have to pray every day, right? You still got to pray. You still got to not do stuff you're not supposed to do.
It's like a personal thing you live by, right?
Did I say why so religious, or did I say Shine?
Oh no!
Yeah, I think Linda Kells got messed up.
I got it wrong. Yeah.
You said the guy in the back. You said the guy in the back. Is Shine.
Yeah, so it's going to be a messy situation.
Yeah, the cleanup is messy on this one.
How people think. The problem is people are reactionary. I don't understand reactionary because he's a smart
I'm
dude.
surprised by that.
But he's saying the most stupidest thing. He's like,
but I think he's trying to be honest, brutally honest. But I think maybe he's not. I honestly, fuck it. I don't even know, man. He's wildin'. He's fucking wildin'. I don't know what to say. This dude is wildin'.
No. The guy's acting like a complete fool, yeah. Because
I think Ralph got to him, man. He sounds like Ralph. That's what he reminded me of today, and that was
yeah, but what the thing is, reactionary. So he doesn't understand what Ralph's doing. Ralph's trying to accelerate.
Yes.
So what he's doing, he's putting batteries in each community's back, yeah, because he wants them to fight each other. So how can you make a community fight each other? You say to one of the communities, what you're doing is right, yeah. Your Hatun needs to be attacked. Then you go to the other community saying, oh, look what the Muslims are doing, blah blah blah. They're attacking the Hatun. He's accelerating, and some of these people are reacting. Like it's shocking how dumb he's being in this. Yeah, he can't see through what he's doing because Ralph says two separate things to two different crowds. Listen to him when he talks on one channel.
Yes, if you hear him talk to his nationalist friends, he sounds like kind of like last year Ralph. You know what I'm saying? But then, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like y'all y'all got some weird characters in this shit, man. For real. Like, and I see how they all affect each other. Even Khan was saying wild shit. I'm like, wow, he been like hanging around with some wild people too or something, because like, I don't know, like no one can, it's wild, man. Like, how do you be happy for someone's harm? Even your enemy, like, seeing her harm doesn't please me in any way. Like, I don't like her. I think she's a freaking, like, a provocateur. Maybe she might be an agent. Maybe she might be getting money from all this shit. She got money from the last one. I don't think that's her motive, but I think it's an effect. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she does it for that, but I think she's trying to do something, and whatever she's doing is working, but she's getting fucked up in the meantime. And like, I don't know if this is all part of like the Tommy Robinson plan or some shit.
Hatunia, I've spoken. She is a very strange person, and that's coming from me. Like, she's like she is somebody that, you know, like when people say, oh, she doesn't like people. Oh, why didn't she let anyone help her? She doesn't. She's that type of person that doesn't like people touching her. She's like, I remember talking to her a couple of times. I'm like, wow, this woman's so rude. It's just the way she is. It's just her personality. Now, one weird thing I find is that, you know, she's an ex-Muslim, and like, it's just like, look, for some reason, a lot of ex-Muslims seem to be very traumatized.
They're the ones that are hurt the most. Like, they're hurt the most by it because they have personal feelings of betrayal from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, it's hard to understand, because as a Sikh and stuff like that, we're not kind of like, maybe we're not, because we're not forced to do things like, you know, from my understanding, Muslims, they're forced to go to mosque, forced to do this, forced to read the Quran, forced to do this. So maybe they feel a bit of resentment that they wasted their time doing something that they don't believe in. Yeah.
Either that, or maybe they just had some kind of personal experience, you know what I'm saying, that maybe turned them off, or just made them be like, you know what, like, this isn't my truth, and like, I just don't want to do it anymore. And maybe
but
they have feelings of like resentment.
It doesn't mean you go like, it doesn't mean you go like try to go burn Quran. Like, for example, okay, my family's
no,
Christian.
I know, but angry ex-girlfriends try to throw guys' clothes out the window and put a freaking baseball bat through your car window. You know what I'm saying?
This narrative that Cartoon has just come out of a vacuum of not for no reason doesn't make sense. Like,
no, she's an effect of something.
She's a reaction to the Dawah. You have to understand, from a Christian. Imagine you're a fundamentalist Christian who loves Jesus. You believe Jesus is the way, and then you're going to Speaker's Corner, and the first look, I've seen it with my own eyes hundreds of times. Muslims will go up to the Dawas will go up to white people and stuff and say, "Are you Christian? Oh, do you believe in the Trinity?" And if they say yes, they'll go, well, 3 + 1 = 4. 4, and then depending on how it goes, they will start saying, well, the Bible's not true. Jesus didn't die on the cross. Imagine from a...
No, they say your God died. Like, how could your God die, and something like that? And like,
I just heard on Zabida someone saying your God died on a stick. Yeah. And so I've heard this, you know, even people that I respect, like Shamsi, I've heard him say in a quite sensible conversation, you believe that your God goes to a shit. You believe your God come out of a woman's vagina. You're gonna piss people off, and then there's gonna be some Christians that are fundamentalists that are gonna come. If you look at DCCR, their name, Defend Christ, Defend Christ, criticize Islam. Where did that come from? Because every Dawa store, they add. Look, I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to go back to Leicester Square to show you a Dawa store. You know what Leicester Square is?
No, but like, see, so you basically saying this shit now with that, because if that's the case, that's the truth. Like for example, if you say somebody, like for example, I grew up in a Trinitarian family. My parents are Trinitarians, right? And I tell I'll tell my mom and dad this that God can't be three. I told my mom and dad God can't be three. I told my mom who born me and my dad that what you're talking about is insanity. How can God be three people? But
can you tell Abdul here? You know Abdul Triller here. Shut your mouth, Ganja. You've been talking about me. This guy can't stop talking. Do you know when I was on Jedi's? I haven't spoken. The first thing he done was to jump and say, "Hey Raj, it's not 5%, right?" I was listening to Sir Faz. Again, he's talking shit about me. Yeah, this guy's a
Yeah, but this
crybaby.
isn't.
No, but
But
the thing is,
he's.
though, Jen, if you say I'm bullying and harassing you, then don't talk. I won't talk to you. I won't talk about you. But if you keep on talking about me, then I'm allowed to respond. You can't cry afterwards. Because I'm going to go
Oh
on
no.
Jedi's and talk about this in the next couple of days if you keep on mentioning my name. And I'll tell Jedi that I bullied you. We'll see what happens. And let's see if you'd agree with it. Because this guy is making me, I'm sick and tired of this freaking Abdul, yeah? Because he's a pussy, yeah? Don't mention my name. If I say that, because what I'm trying to explain to you, Jen, is this unreasonable? That in the Sikh community, we're not as dogged in our kind of religious upbringing. We're not forced to do things. Whereas in Muslims, they
That's what I'm
are.
saying. Of course, you should raise your kids
But
in a
this pussy
religious
saying this
fashion, but it's
pussy, this
forcing
no,
it
but this
like the.
pussy is going, oh, Raj is lying. No, I'm not lying. Muslims are forced to go to the mosque and read the Quran. Sikhs are not forced to go to the Gurdwara and read the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. So I'm not lying.
I don't know. Like I've talked to a couple, like Muslims. I use my friend a lot. I hope he's doing okay. Anyway, pick up Beefy. This guy from Leicester. He's a Pakistani guy, and he like told me a lot of stories about his parents, like how raising him growing up, and he wasn't allowed to have any white or black or non-Muslim friends. Like he couldn't go to the birthday parties with the little kids. Like he couldn't go play soccer with those little kids' house or after school or join the team. You know what I'm saying? Like couldn't do team sports at school because they didn't want him around the little kids. Like I think this is more like that is what Raj is trying to explain, not raising your kids in a religious like background, like shit like that. Like I've heard terrible stories. Like
what I'm saying is this, yeah, and it's a very reasonable thing. I mean, it's a very
one sec,
reasonable
guys.
thing to say, yeah, because I need to shoot, yeah. That in Sikh and Hindus and other cultures, we do teach our children religion and stuff. We haven't got a dogged regimen. Whereas if you look at Muslim community, they will send their children to
is that the real Trilla in the back?
Stuff. Dude, I'm not going to be on the panel with that pussy, yeah. I'll go in a minute, yeah.
But Raj, let me tell you the truth though. See,
1 minute.
Okay, in America we have Pakistani communities, we have Arab communities, but you don't see the same things happening in Arab. We have entire cities in America that's mostly Arab now. We got whole Muslim majority cities in America, Arab majority cities in America. We got Pakistan. America's big. We got Pakistanis everywhere, right? Right, but you never see any of the stuff. The Pakistanis in America different. I don't know what's wrong with y'all Pakistanis in Britain. Why y'all different? Y'all, we have Bengalis, we have Pakistanis, we have all those communities living in America.
You have to understand, you don't have a situation where you now have ghettos. Like there's certain areas up north and stuff. London's not like this. London's the Asians in London or the Pakistanis are not like this. Yeah, I know. I grew up in Pakistan. They're not like this here. But the thing is, up these northern towns here, there's a lot of towns which have now been segregated, and they've gotten to these little kind of like bubbles, and their kind of way of life is very different from, say, their neighbors who might be white and stuff. And they've just got a different way of doing things here. So in America, it's hard to get, because of how big it is, to get into these kind of like enclaves and ghettos and stuff, in my opinion.
No, they have them. They have them. Especially with black people. With black people, they have them. See, I'm gonna tell you the reason what happened. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. All the reason why is harder for it to happen because we've already had that segregation when it came to black and white. So that kind of switches the game up because Britain never had another population. Because if you think about it, before modern times, all Britain had was what? The regular white British guys, right? Before modern immigration, right? But America always had the Negro.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're looking at so the first generation of people. When I grew up here, there was Muslims are not religious. I'm being straight with you. Most of them are very cultural. Their children are more religious than them, and their children's children are more religious.
He said he's not gonna fight. Do you want to give it a chance?
No. I'm not speaking to this dude because he still talks shit about me. I've been trying to ignore him. If he can't accept the fact that if you talk shit about me, I'm going to respond and start calling me a bully and I'm harassing you. Then if I'm harassing you, then don't talk to me. If you're claiming I'm harassing and bullying you everywhere, then don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to the guy. Yeah, I don't like him. I think he's always like. I made a very reasonable comment about Muslim families being much more rigid in the way they teach their kids, and I think that's very reasonable because that's the way it is. Whereas with Sikh families, yeah, Hindu families and stuff, we have a different way of doing things. But he's nitpicking. Oh, Raj, that's a lie. No, it's not a lie. It's a fact. Otherwise, you'd be sending Sikh children at the age of 5 years old to recite the Sri Guru Granth Sahib
I
and
know,
learn
I
everything.
know.
And we don't do that. We don't
All
do
right,
that.
well then, all right. So what do you want to
I'm
do?
gonna,
Because I,
I'm
I
gonna be
think
going.
it's
I'm
not
gonna be
fair to
going. I'm
let him,
going.
not let him on.
I need to go anyway because it's like 3
Raj,
a.m. Yeah.
Hey, Raj.
All right.
Okay. So okay. If that's the case, what do you feel about Jewish families? Because I know Jewish families in America. And when I grew up, the most religious people I seen in America and DC was the Jewish community. Was
2 minutes, Trilla. Give it 2 minutes.
Oh, hold on. On Sir Faz, this pussy was saying to Faz, one of my worst enemies, this Raj that ain't really
I
Sikh,
can't.
he don't really think he. Don't think you can talk about me to Faz and my worst enemy, cussing me
Yeah,
down
but
here, and
he
then
does
talking to me.
have a
No,
right to kind of
Jen
respond, though.
Wallace,
I know.
I'm going to be going
I'm
here because it's
sorry.
too late in the morning here. I don't want to talk to this
Why
pussy.
you
Anyway, Jen Wallace, I'm off, man.
why do you
All
want to
right.
talk
Just have a
about
nice.
people?
See, like that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what? The thing is, I didn't want to come on because I knew he'd run off, right? The thing is, look, I've made a
You guys
comment.
have got to stop. Like both of you. Like
Jen, what have I
both
done?
of you.
What? Wait, hold on. What have I done wrong, Jen?
I don't, like you guys, you pick at each other, man. You know what I'm saying? You
No,
poke
no, no, no,
buttons. You
no, no,
poke
no. It's
buttons.
the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
problem. The only problem, Jen, is this guy, right? Listen, look, he's had a good couple minutes here ranting about me, right?
No,
It's only fair.
it's. I know you.
It's only fair that I respond, and I
I
appreciate you
know,
letting
I
me
know,
respond,
I
man.
know. I'm
And I
sorry.
ain't
Yeah.
gonna fuck up your buzz, man. Don't worry about it. I'll try my best, yeah. It's late as well, so I'll go and keep it down. But look, when it comes down to it, yeah, look, this dude, yeah, look, I'm making a comment about this when it comes to the Sikh thing. Look, firstly, let me address this guy's freaking mannerism, right? The guy cusses me, calls me names, yeah, swears at me a lot, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Honestly, his mannerism is disgusting, it's deplorable, and like I said, yeah, I don't know where he's got it from, but I'm pretty sure it's probably close to home, yeah, right. And I can go,
Okay, so
I can go in from there, but we're gonna talk about the
okay,
subject. When it comes to the
okay.
subject about his, he had a problem with, right? When it comes to him bringing up about Muslims, right? So he loves talking about Muslims, obviously, right? We all know this about
Well,
Raj.
no, I mean this is the subject, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we got to
yeah,
be
yeah,
real here. We got to be real.
yeah. But he used Sikhi as a comparison, which I disagreed with, right? So generally speaking, right, you're supposed to raise your children, right, according to what you believe in. Do you know what I mean? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you believe in Sikhi, you're gonna raise them as Sikhs, right? If you believe in Islam, you're gonna raise them as Muslims, isn't it? And so on and so forth, Buddhists and whatever, right? So
Yeah,
you
of
see,
course. But you heard my like comparison, right? Like about how it might could be a little different, like maybe a little bit more strict or a little more like embedded as a like you have to live this way instead of something like that is just a practice. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
So look at the Dalai Lama, for example, right? Aren't they sort of like anointed when they're very young? For example, can that be the case, or can little kids be in Shaolin temples or something like that? I don't know, like how it
yeah,
works,
like
like exactly. Yeah.
historically they were schools, like so they would send the little kids there to be taught to read, to write, do math, like to do science. You know what I'm saying? Like the monasteries are like the schools in a lot of places. They teach them to read. So that's like where kids they got sent there to go learn, and then they like when they got to a certain age they can make a choice if they wanted to stay or they wanted to go.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, but end of the day, the parents, generally speaking, have the choice, right, when it comes to their kids, isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
In any family, pretty much all around the world, right?
Yeah,
So when it
of course.
yeah, so I don't understand, like, when it comes down to it, this sort of like view of something that's so dogmatic, like, like it's just, you know what I mean? To me, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, if I got a kid, my kid is gonna be doing what I want him to do. You know what I mean? That's,
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
you hope that
obviously, but I'm
you
gonna send him
hope
to
that
this.
they do
Wait,
what you want them to
I'm
do.
gonna send him to a school that I want to send him to. Do you know what I mean? And so on. So I want him
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do this. I want
Yeah.
him to do that. Do you know what I mean? They're gonna be doing what I want them to do. Do you know what I mean? Not what somebody else wants them to do. Do you know what I mean? Generally speaking, right? Obviously, unless the government have something to do with it, right? It's different.
Yeah, but would you ever, or have your parents ever taught you that people that you know, I don't know, maybe white British people or something were bad, like that they were bad people, that they were immoral and sluts and drinkers and shit like that.
Well, I
Like,
wouldn't teach him that, me personally, but if
no,
other
I'm
people
saying, did
do.
your parents ever kind of say anything like that to you growing up?
About, sorry, could you repeat about that again? Like what kind of
Like, did they
examples?
ever tell you that, like, people that weren't Sikhs or like kids that were white, like British people, or, you know, like how people kind of stereotype white people, like the girls are sluts, like the guys are drunks, um, shit like that? Like, did your parents ever tell you to like stay away from them because they're bad people, or teach you like that those were bad people?
Nah, I never got that, me personally.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you know, I hear stories of a lot of some things, you know, from people about their experience growing up in like a strict Muslim household, and that's like kind of, you know, so there's differences, bro. Like, it's not just like, you know, something you do on Sundays and how you want to be. Like, it's definitely a different way of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sometimes it could be exclusive of you know, other people, when I think other religions maybe don't really think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens, obviously, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, so, you know, we're evolving, right? In terms of our mindset and things like that more than before with, you know, our communication technology and everything, you know, that we have today.
Mm-hmm.
So things are speeding up, you know what I mean? We're sort of like, you know, getting to have a more sort of you know, equal kind of belief, right? And, you know, slowly but surely, hopefully we'll get there, you know, where we can all just, what, you know, be happy days, isn't it? Like, hopefully. I mean, not be at each
Mm-hmm.
other's throats, you know? But like, yeah, I think it's a wrong way of just going at one community, yeah, and just, you know what I mean, putting all that pressure on them. At the end of the day, look, we got schools, right, where we send our kids. You know what I mean? Like, we've got Sikh schools, not many, but you know, I'm sure if Sikhi was as big as Islam, right, it would probably have
Mm-hmm.
a hell of a lot of problems. I think Buddhism, if it was as big as Islam, right, or Christianity, like it would have a lot of more, you know what I mean, like issues to resolve. And I mean, it would have much more of a, I mean, like, you know, it's just the bigger you are, innit? Yeah, the more stuff you got to deal with, right? When it comes down to it.
I
Do you know what
mean,
I
I
mean?
hear what you're saying, but I do think that there's like fundamental differences in the way some people, you know, in certain traditions may raise their children that may not be like, you know, how we're used to in the West. So, like, I think, you know, there could be some differences there, but I mean, obviously, like Mr. Pelu was saying, like, you don't get shit, like, I don't know, maybe it does and we just don't hear about it, but like something like that happened like today, like a man stabbing up a woman, like for religious purposes. Like, I don't see that shit happening over here. Like,
Over
I don't
where?
know.
In America.
And yeah,
Yeah, but you see all sorts of shit happening for all sorts of reasons out there. You know, and
yeah,
religion
but
is one
today's
of them.
about like religious beef. Like, today was strictly about like a religious beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, this Christian provocative woman has been pissing off these people so long that now there's, you know, some of them are deciding to do some wild shit over it, and it's not like it's fuel, because now what are they going to do? Are they going to ban her? Are they going to let her back?
Ah, man, what do you think
That's what
should
I'm
happen?
saying. I don't
What do you
know.
think? I
They're
don't know,
both
but what do you
bad.
think should happen? Like
they're
I'm saying,
they're
like,
both bad. If she comes back, I feel like she's going to come back 10 times worse. She's going to go harder, and she's going to, like, if they don't let her back, then it's kind of like you're blaming the victim, and you know what I'm saying, like you're catering, and it's going to be like there's like political kind of influences about not letting her back and shit like that. So it's like either way it's a bad situation. Like, they could close down Speaker's Corner.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
look,
is
they can.
that fucking sucks. Like, that's sad to see
Well,
because of that. You don't think so?
you know, the fucked up thing is, like I said, yeah, who to blame in this regard? Obviously, the first person you're going to look at is the attacker, right? That person is going to be like, you know what I mean, the main, you know what I mean, cause of it, right? 'Cause
I
they attack.
mean, there's
But at the same time,
responsibility. Of course,
there's
and
the,
it's tough.
when it comes to somebody who sort of like, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
who hope, who I don't know about hope,
I
but you
know.
know,
Poke,
she
like
knew it
she
was coming.
push.
You know what I mean? Everybody knew it was coming. You know? And the thing
I
was
mean,
like,
you hope it doesn't come down to it,
yeah,
but like this guy was, it did escalate. You know, it started off with one thing, and then it was a shove, and that then it was a punch, and now it's a stab, like, or a slash, or whatever the fuck happened to her.
yeah,
But it's like, this is what I'm saying. Like, after she got the thing pulled out of her hand, it got pulled to the ground. Then she started coming in t-shirts. Then she started coming with, like, it's just, so if they let her back, it's like, like, I don't know. There needs to be like warning signs or something, like, or people need to like specifically position themselves around her to deter people from speaking or engaging with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how this would work out.
yeah, it would be like
Oh my god.
literally, yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, man. It's wild. It's gonna be interesting. It's already all over the papers, all over the fucking internet, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is. Then there's Tommy Robinson. You saw what happened last time. He came down. He got involved. He's in some hot shit right now. Like, it's
Yeah,
not a good look all the way around, man. It's unfortunate.
yeah, but
That's
you know what? We're getting to see certain people's, you know what I mean, like stances on certain things as well. Like I said, we got to completely, you know, condemn, you know what I mean, any of this violent behavior, especially in Speaker's Corner. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean, like across the board, you know, this is wrong. But at the same time, it's like,
yeah.
you know, what to do with certain people that are agent provocateurs, you get me, yeah, or deemed as such, you know,
I
like
know.
these
I
people.
said it about her myself, Trilla. I've said that exact same thing last time when she got punched up. I said this is her karma.
Mm.
Is it like everything is so like? Is it not? It's fucked up. But like, how else? I don't know.
It's mad though.
You
It's
know.
like, you know, like the Dharmics, yeah, believe in freaking karma, and the Muslims or the other Abrahamic beliefs, faiths believe in like you know, something that's predetermined. So it's just mad, isn't it? The way you're looking at it. Some people say it's karma, some people say it's meant to happen. It's just mad, isn't it?
I mean,
So
every action provokes a reaction, right?
yeah,
This is why freedom of speech is like, you have to have responsibility behind it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because your actions will have a reaction, no matter how big or how small it is. But like, I don't know, man.
It's true. It's true because, you know, look, if we look at history, right, how much of your speech was, you know, what I mean, restricted and limited, right? For a very long time, probably most places around the world. You know what I mean? If they had that kind of, you know, ruling, right? You know, classes and everything else, it was like, you know what I mean? You had to be very careful. Otherwise, you know, the higher classes would just, you know what I mean, get rid of you, you know, to put it
Yeah, I
politely.
mean, human rights in general is like a fairly new-ish concept, like from what, like from the West, kind of. So like, all of this is new. It's not
Yeah,
even like 500 years old. Yeah, it's fucked
yeah.
up, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, now people are like, okay, because we feel like they can get away with pretty much whatever. They just want to push it to its limit. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like expecting there to be no repercussions, in my opinion, right? In an environment where, you know, not a lot of change has occurred in that regard, right? That some of these events have not really taken place before. It's just really, I don't know, it's kind of premature, man, in my opinion, to think that there isn't going to be a reaction. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, for every action has a reaction and all that stuff. So
I
yeah,
mean, it should never be violent, but like, this is, I mean, it's crazy. I just think like, this is, the Buddha literally taught about right speech, 500 years BC, and the
yeah,
effects of right speech. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is this. You have to be responsible, like for what comes out of your mouth. And the Christians believe that you get judged by thought, word, and deed.
You know,
So
here's the question: do you think Hatun wanted to get attacked?
no.
You don't think so? Do you think? Do you think? See, like getting
I
attacked.
don't
Let's look
know.
at. Let's explore the options, right? So getting attacked,
Yeah.
right, gets a lot of exposure, right, for her cause, right? Gets her more exposure from
Yeah, it does.
herself,
No, of course
right?
it does. I said it last time. I said she
Right.
might be asking for something like this. And maybe
Right.
she does want to be a martyr in some way, but I think over being a martyr, what she wants to do is to be able to say, look at these Muslims. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? That's what she
But
wants to say. Like that, and
by
this is
getting
like,
attacked, right? By getting
I mean,
attacked.
by their reaction. So her existence alone is, I don't want to say thriving, but her existence is progressing solely on their reaction. If everybody ignored her, she would have no platform. Nobody would give a fuck. Nobody would be watching her live streams. Nobody would be fucking listening to her. No, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the reason it's a cycle. Like it's a cycle, you know? Like she exists because of them. And also they react because of her. So it's they need it, you know, like it's a kind of symbiotic fucked up relationship.
Yeah, no,
But
it's just
without them, she has nothing.
yeah. I mean, like I was talking to a Jedi earlier. Jedi was like, "Oh, he was there. He saw what her tomb was like before. When she first
Yeah,
came in,
yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
what was she like, innit? And I was curious, and she said, yeah, she wasn't like this. She became like
No,
this. Yeah, he
she's
was saying
gotten
like,
worse.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she's gotten worse. After she got dragged to Florida, she could start coming back with holes in the book. Then she got slapped. Now she used to come back with a T-shirt. That's what I'm saying. Watch. She got this. Watch if she come back. Watch. I bet you. I bet you. $20. I bet you. I'll put on it that she comes back and it's worse. And I don't know. I don't know.
how do you think she could make it worse? Do you think
She could have 100 people wearing shirts. She could have
that's
15. You know what I'm saying? She could
that's
show up with a
true?
dozen people all wearing the same T-shirt, holding the same thing.
Well, they could have done that before, right? So if let's just go on the premise that they could have done that any time, right? So she could have had a team of people come down and do that, right? But would that have got the same reaction, right? If she waited to get attacked, right? And then or waited for something to happen, right? For there to be an instance where they might want to promote having 100 or what I mean, so on, people wearing those kind of
I mean,
T-shirts in protest, This
yeah,
is the
no, of
thing.
course
See,
it's
like,
going
what
to
kind
make
of
more of an
reaction, right?
impact.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
because when we're talking about these political kind of things, right? These little political movements, things like that, right? For example, like there are people with these agendas, right? They're not always like as black and white when it comes to their intentions. Yeah, like Hatun's about Christianity, but not really. Do you know what I mean? She's on about provoking other people. That's what other people have, noticed about her, right? So, and just provoking Muslims. She doesn't really care about provoking other faiths, right? It's just Muslims, right?
Yeah,
So,
because that's who she's hurt by. That she's got a personal gripe with that shit.
right.
She's like an ex-girl, like a crazy ex-girlfriend who would try to cut your clothes up and set your car on fire and shit like that. Like,
Right. So when it comes down to it, I'm just thinking like trying to think a little outside the box, right? Like, conspiracy theory mode, like, and I'm like, all right, cool. So if, let's just say it was like this, big sort of like plan in the sense, you get me, right? In a, like obviously I'm not saying that this a knife attack, yeah, was planned, right? I'm saying that, they're probably assuming that something else would have happened, maybe like, a physical altercation, you get me, yeah, push, and what she got pushed the other day as well, or maybe like more of a harder assault, like instead of a slap, maybe a punch. I don't know. Do you know what I mean, right? But the thing is, right, it's just I'm just looking at these avenues where I'm thinking, okay, what would the reaction have been if that if they did something like this then or now or whatever. So yeah, I just like, you know, because you're saying things could get worse. People are thinking about repercussions, you know, like you're saying Tommy Lock might come down next time, or the far right, or whoever.
Yeah, you
You
saw
know?
how he was with the statue thing. You know what I'm saying? One video, and he had freaking mad, whatever, EDL or whatever at the Trafalgar Square and shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is, I don't know, but the blowback from this is not going to be good. I don't have a good feeling about this. It was not a good look. Like, I wish it never happened. And I don't know. I think for people to say they're happy about it or not thinking about the bigger overall picture, you know, they're just thinking about a small, gratifying, personal revenge. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like, I don't know if that's a good kind of quality to kind of feel. You know what I'm saying?
that's assuming it was all like, if it was a Muslim person and this and that, right? That done the attack and everything else, right?
Bro,
But
come
we
on,
don't really,
bro. You're not
yeah,
on
no,
that, are you? Come
but
on,
I'm just
bro. Let's
saying
be
we
real, bro.
don't know the full facts yet, right? We don't know the full facts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know the full facts, but come on, bro. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
okay, all right, yeah, you're right, you're right. Yeah,
you know. But it'll break out sooner than later anyway. So, you know,
yeah,
we'll get to the bottom of it at some point, I guess, you know. But
yeah.
yeah, all we can do now is just sort of speculate on, you know, certain things. But yeah, it's just yeah, like I said, I'm not having it when certain people are just trying to make it into a Muslim thing and everything else, you know. I think, listen, if it's gonna be like some, you know, one guy who does something, he doesn't represent the whole religion. You know what I mean?
Okay,
He
okay,
doesn't
but all
represent
right,
all
I
Muslims.
hear,
You know what
right,
I mean?
and logically, I hear what you're saying, right? But tell me how it's not at least an Islam thing.
How's it not what, sorry?
Because it
So
doesn't
if it's
happen.
not a, cause what?
It doesn't happen in America like that. It's an English thing. This is a European problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Example, give example. Even in Muslim countries, these things don't happen in Muslim majority countries. Why they doing things different in Europe? Like it's something in Europe that something's different about Europe.
Yeah, because
It's the
we had a
refugees. I'm
yeah,
telling them, bro.
yeah,
I'm
we
telling
had the
you.
migration thing, innit? I think the migration thing had a big part to play in, but maybe
Because
I think it's
Yeah.
just political
it has more
generally.
migrants
You
than
know?
anywhere, but we don't have these issues. America got the most migrants in the world. In America,
Yeah, dude, you know.
America's what?
Mm.
America has
Got
the most
what?
migrants in the world. America has more migrants than any other nation in the world.
Shall I tell you something interesting? Yeah, it's a bit of a conspiracy theory still. Yeah, but like, have you lot ever heard of the Valencia fucking treaty? I think it's called the Valencia Treaty. Anyway, so this is
No.
something I read about years ago, or heard about years ago, and so this was drawn up years ago as well, right? In 2000s, I think. Yeah, still, or maybe in the 90s. I'm not sure. But what happened was, I think, from what I remember, it said something about allowing a certain amount of Muslims, right, meaning quite a few, into you know what I mean, like European countries. So it was actual treaty to let Muslims in, right? So, you know, on this conspiracy theory thing, shit, which I just comes top of my head, you know, who's to say that, you know, like they didn't just they let them in for a certain reason apart from just growth and, you know what I mean, like adding to the economy in that regard, and obviously, I mean, for other reasons as well.
I don't think
Maybe
that's why they let people in. I think there's
no, no,
a
no. It's a
migration
super far.
crisis going on in
It's a
the.
super far fetched idea, yeah. But like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to it, you know, you think about what they, you know, if they do want to have, if they did want to have a fight, an internal sort of civil war, right? What better way to have a sort of civil internal kind of fight between two faiths? You know what I mean? Or people from different faiths. You know what I mean? For example, you can't have that kind of a scenario if you have only one faith or a couple faiths there, right? Like whatever. I mean, you need like, you know what I mean, two big faiths to sort of like compete against each other in that regard, to be a threat, you know, in that sense. So I don't know. Like I said, it's me speculating and me talking shit top of my head. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
I don't know. I think the everything that was going on in the Middle East and the American and Western Army involvement and the shit that happened in Syria and their countries got fucked up and bombed and shit caused people to flee in mass numbers across Europe. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that came after though. Yeah, that came after though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like you guys have an influx of people, that different types of people, and like yeah, we have an influx of Mexicans, but the things are the Mexicans are mostly Christians and Catholics, so they kind of fit in, I guess you could say. It's not really like like I don't know. You don't see them starting religious beef, like they're not coming here
No,
starting
yeah.
religious
I
beef.
mean, people talk about America tearing itself up, man, into state after state. Like, it's not. You know what I mean? People are talking. Obviously, I don't think it will happen, but like people say, like obviously, the country's in so
Now, a
much.
lot of the propaganda is because Trump was president. It Trump, the minute
Yeah.
Trump became president, all that. I mean, the minute Biden became president, all that finished. All that talk, all that talk just died the second Biden became. Like
All the
literally,
QAnon bullshit is kind of like,
yeah, it
okay, I mean,
died the second. Yep, it died. Biden
yeah.
became president.
Well, I personally don't trust the Democrats, but that's just me.
Nobody trusts
So,
them. You think we trust the motherfuckers? It's
there's a
just
lot of
who's in
propaganda
there right now.
in America.
Yeah. We don't trust the motherfuckers either, but we don't have no choice.
Yeah, you got the Republicans. Go for them instead.
No, but I'm saying we get shit. Like we don't have good presidential candidates that make it because of like whatever kind of, I don't know, inner corruption we've got going on. You know what I'm saying? So they give us shit candidates, so we have to literally choose like who's the lesser pile of shit.
So you literally vote for like the mainly the leader, not the one leader, not the party. Is that what you're saying? Like, 'cause I think generally for us,
So,
we
so
generally vote for the
America's
party.
been
Right?
stuck in like a two-party system
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like we could have more parties, but because of like I don't know why, the only parties that make it to the finals are always either Republican or Democrat. The fucking independent party don't ever get nowhere. The fucking Green Party don't ever get nowhere. Like there are other
There's a
parties, but
reason
they just
why. It's
don't.
a reason. The main reason
Why?
is because people don't want to wait more than one cycle. They want to win quick. That's the problem with America. America, if a new party wants to establish itself, they gotta be willing to suffer maybe a whole generation of electoral defeats before they could ever become a big enough minority to make a difference. Like you might have to wait 30 whole years, but a
Yeah.
lot of people don't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason America third parties can't come up, because people don't want to wait long enough to establish another party and suffer like years upon years of election defeats to finally get a victory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, it's kind of I don't know. Yeah, we do have our own problems. Of course we have our own problems over here. It's not perfect, right? But when I look at some of the other fucking countries, like I don't know, UK, I'm like, yeah, I'm good here, bro. I'm just kidding. That kind of.
UK is alright, man. We're alright out here, man. Nice country.
I just hope that like what we see on these streams and like the people and whatever, this whole, I know it's a very small community, like couple hundred people, whatever. I just hope this isn't like how UK is, like I hope it's way different like in real life than to like what we
You know
see
what?
on.
I don't. But honestly, look, like characters like Raj, for example, yeah, he's a twat. He's a proper twat and a
See,
half.
Triller, this
Especially
is where you get
no, but
fucked
he
up, Triller.
but
This
listen,
is where
listen,
you,
listen,
I'm gonna
listen,
stop
listen.
you. I'm gonna stop
No, no,
you.
no, no. But
Please,
you're
I
saying,
beg
oh,
you.
people like that. But the guy, look, for example, was swearing at me and everything else. Yeah, trying to provoke a situation. Exactly, another agent provocateur, by the way, right? No different from no different from certain other people, yeah, that you see on the scenario, right? They just try and provoke other people. So you see when these shitheads, right, basically, you know what I mean, think that they can get away with it all day long. That's up to them. know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they're gonna get theirs too. Do you know what I mean? In one way or the other, they'll get their shit too. And the thing is, he knows better, right? But cunts like that, right, are just gonna carry on, right, spitting the shit that they do. But the thing is, Jen, there are people way better than him, and way better than me, and way better than everyone. Like, you know what I mean? Generally, that you might see on these on these scenes, you know. Honestly, man, there are a lot better people out there in this country. It's just, man, just enjoying themselves, man, and just like living good life, and you know, paying attention to what's going on, but at the same time, just not getting too crazy about it. You know, not letting it get to them. You know,
Yeah, I hear you.
that's all it is, man.
Y'all are wild over there, man. It's crazy though. Like I kind of had like a little newfound, like not newfound, but like a little like refreshing appreciation for America. You know, like
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah.
I know
What
people
country?
hate America. Like people hate America, but where else is like I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
What?
What's better than here? Like what's better than here?
Honestly, I feel safer in the UK than being in America. If I had the choice of living between the two, I think that would be a big like thing to think about. Like thinking that, you know,
What, the
you got guns
guns?
everywhere. Yeah, you got guns everywhere. It's crazy. And
We love
like,
guns, though. We love it.
this is what I'm saying, bro. That's just mad. Like, well, it's all
We
good,
do,
yeah.
Mr. Phelan, we do.
It's
We sure do.
it's all good to
Yeah.
like guns and love guns, but like, bro, you know what I mean? Like over here, they're illegal, innit? So people are gonna carry guns out here, literally, like, you know, they're breaking the law. So it isolates that, you know what I mean, a lot more than say your areas. And there's no getting away from a gun. Like, and there's a knife crime. That's one thing, like, you know, but you got much more of a chance of having a knife attack, in my opinion, than a gun attack. You know,
I got a whole bag of bullets. These bullets.
dodging bullets. Oh, they're your bullets, yeah. Oh, nice.
I keep the 45 caliber APC American Colt rifle bullet. Yep.
Jeez.
For the Glock 21 model. Yep. That's what the Glock take.
I can imagine you with a big smile on your face when you're shooting your pistol, mate.
I do. I have a big smile. I have a huge smile.
See, me, I'd have a screw face. I'd have a screw face if I was
It's
shooting.
Look, range shooting is fun though. Like if you go to the if you go to the gun range, like that's fun. Like when you have to try to hit the fucking target.
Would you be smiling? But would you be smiling if you're at the target
range?
Yeah,
you laughing, you smiling.
It's smiling.
Like, yeah.
We smile. We smile. We targets. This is America.
Yeah,
you try to like because you're trying so hard to hit the target, and like you got the earphones on, and it's just like it's really fun. You see how bad you fucking suck.
It shouldn't be allowed for you to go there high. I don't think that helps the skills. I think it makes it a lot harder.
It's for the range. I got a whole set for the range. It's for the range next time.
Are you allowed to go to a gun range when you're drinking, or are there rules?
I mean, not supposed to, but who really checks?
Yeah.
Who really checks?
I mean, when you're drunk, the gun range is like a couple cans on a tree stump.
Oh, for real.
Hey, yeah, that's how I do too. Hey, I go to the woods too. I go to the woods and I bring a bunch of bottles and cans too. I do that too.
Yeah,
I do that too.
Yeah.
You do that? Okay, that's crazy. Okay, cool. I get that.
Yeah, that's what we do around here. That's our pastime.
So, like, what do you like try to shoot? Like, how many bottles have you shot at like in how many seconds? Like without missing.
I don't think I've hit one. I think I might have hit one once. It's not easy.
I can imagine. Yeah. What about you, Mr. Pelu? Are you a quick draw? Huh?
Yeah, I'm a quick draw. I'm tight with it.
You're a good shot. Yeah.
You're nice with it.
I'm nice with it.
You like Django, yeah? You just
Okay.
like spin and just shoot everything, yeah, and like hit the target straight up,
I
yeah.
don't spin and do all that stuff. No, I aim a lot. I'm serious. When I shoot to kill.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like how that, if you're how good you are in terms of your reactions and
Yeah,
accuracy and all that
yeah.
stuff.
But okay. I'm not a trick shooter. I don't know how to do trick shots. I don't do trick shots. I just want to hit my. I just want to hit the target before the target hits me.
Yeah. Obviously, that's obvious. But like I was just saying how good you are, that you know what I mean. But if you think you're good, that's good, man. I mean,
Nah,
just keep it.
I'm good at I'm good at basically hitting somebody within within 100 meters. I'm good. I mean, not less than that, but 50 meter. I mean, in close range, I'm pretty good at catching everybody that I need to catch.
You mean like hypothetically? You mean like as in there would be normally targets, but hypothetically, if there were people, you would be good at shooting them. I get it.
Yeah, there were people. I mean, carrying guns is part of my work too. I carry guns as part of work too.
Okay, but yeah, were you like security or something?
Something like that. Yep. I don't want to get too much into it. Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Fair enough.
so it's like yep. So because but yeah. But all my guns are legal. I mean, my gun, my home, I own guns legally. I don't own guns illegally. All my guns are registered with the state.
Yeah, man.
But
Gotta be done,
but
bro.
yeah, it's just a cultural thing in America. It's very, it feels good. Like it's a spiritual thing. Like when you shoot your gun, it's spiritual. It's like a spiritual thing in America. We just shoot the gun and we just feel American.
Just feel American, yeah. Shooting a gun.
The gun make you feel American. It's almost like a I don't know. It's almost like tea in England. How tea is in England.
No. I was thinking like baptism for you lot, bro. It's like feeling like I don't know, like you lot.
Yeah, it's almost like confirmation. It's like bar mitzvah. Yeah, it's like confirmation. When you get your gun, it's like you went through something. Yeah, it's a rite of passage. A rite of passage.
Yeah, that's it. That's
A rite of
good,
passage. You have to get your guns and shoot it when you're 21. Get your get your gun license. It's a rite of passage. Is almost like buying a car or when you 16 you finally get your driver's license. Yeah, it's the same type of thing.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say I'm gonna jump off anyway and get some sleep, man. But Jen, man, trust me, like this guy's a shithead as well. Earlier on Jedi's channel, he fucking said that I was he called me a terrorist indirectly. This motherfucker. So this motherfucker, yeah,
See, like this is what I'm talking about, Trilla. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, I get it, right?
But what kind of shithead does that, Jen?
No, I know, but
and he how the fuck can you say that shit? You know what I mean? Like honestly, this guy, man, you're telling me he's not asking for trouble. He's trying to provoke me, clearly.
So then, okay, so why do you let him? That's what I'm saying. Like
Then
you have to be. No, you do, bro. You do on some real shit. Or else you would just ignore him. No, you just ignore him. Like fuck it, block him. Don't just ignore him.
I think that's so cowardly. Yeah, like in my opinion.
So that's what I'm saying. So then, okay, so if you think that's cowardly, then you are accepting the beef. Then you want it, you want to bring it, and then you can't call no one a bully.
I'm not
like,
bringing it, Jen. I'm not bringing it, Jen.
No, but you keep on it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to go there and that's the stance you want to take, then you got to be ready for the rah-rah. Like,
well, if
you can't complain about the rah-rah.
That's the case, then he's got to be ready for it. More importantly,
I'm just trying to be real with you, Trilla. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you and tell you a fucking dream.
There's online and then there's real life. You know what I mean? And
but this is online, man. Allow that shit, man. Come on, man. That's
there's taking the piss in it, and there's taking the piss. That's it. It's just that simple. You want to take the piss your way, I'll take the piss my way, innit? Yeah, and then we'll see what happens, innit? So that's a clear, direct fucking warning to that piece of shit. So I let him jump back on now anyway.
So then we can't condemn no one that rolls up on no one, no one that pulls violence.
But you want to fuck with me, innit? I'll fuck with you, bro. No problem. Yeah, that's all I want to say to that.
Trilla,
Sorry, man.
man. Come
No,
on,
but he had to
man.
talk shit. He had to talk shit on your show, innit? So I thought, let me just say something back in it.
But do
We'll
you
go there,
okay?
bro.
So
We'll go there soon, bro. Don't
all
worry.
right.
Anyway, peace out, man.
Good night, Trilla, man. These guys. I think
I
we all
never.
need like
They're different. They're different people.
yeah.
America forces you to assimilate. America does a good job of making everybody American. Like they don't know how to do that over there. They're different over there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they're different. That's the only word. Like they're just something different. It's something completely different that I don't know nothing about, man. It's wild.
Hey,
It's wild.
Shout out to Born Rich. They're talking about is Jack Daniels. Shout out Born Rich in Tennessee. Jack Daniels, Tennessee.
Tennessee whiskey. They got Boyd Rich. You want to jump on? The link is pinned. I'll just wash my hands real quick. I didn't even look at my phone. Is everyone in the back?
Nah, it's nobody in the back right now.
What time is
Man,
it? 10:41. Yeah, midnight is gonna be my cutoff. So hour 20 at the most.
yeah. Has anybody ever heard of DC Brad yet?
Yeah, man. What did you do to my boy DC Brad, man? That we were people, man.
He disappeared. That man, he disappeared. You know we hear about it ever since then. For like 2 months, nobody hear about him. Everybody keeps bringing up DC Brad whenever I come on. Like he disappeared. Disappeared.
DC Brad is my homie, man. That's yo, stop yelling.
He's your homie. Hey, when's the last time you seen DC Brad? When's the last time you heard from him?
Actually, he dropped a super chat in Valley's like 2 days ago, maybe.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So, but he didn't say nothing.
Yo.
What's up, Born?
What up,
How you doing?
What up, Jen? What's up? Evening. How y'all doing?
Good. How's it going, man?
I'm all right, man. Making a late dinner, man. I had one of those deals where I was supposed to take a fucking 2-hour nap and 5 hours. You know what I mean? So, hate that shit, man. Fucking slept the day away, man.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's nice, man. But I know exactly what that's like. You're like, damn, it's like fucking 8:30. Holy shit, I would be up all night.
So now it's 9:40, damn near 9:45, and I'm cooking dinner, man.
Hey, what you making?
Spaghetti, actually.
Hey.
Spaghetti.
Hey, son, you make a spaghetti.
Yeah, as a single father, I love spaghetti. I can make a big pot of that shit, and we'll eat it until Tuesday.
Come on, you already know. Yeah.
So, what's your take, Jen, on the overall?
Yeah, this isn't good, man. It's not good. It's not good either way. It's not good all around. Like the whole thing is a negative. Because like now the after effect is going to be negative. Like her getting harmed was negative. Like if she gets banned, it's going to be negative. If she goes back, it's going to be negative. So it's like the whole thing was just an L, I think, for everybody. Either that or they're going to shut Speaker's Corner down. Like, I don't know. What you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I always feel like you gotta try to have some type of okay. So I guess my stance has changed, right? Because I do say freedom of speech, right? With the freedom of reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
More I'm learning about that park is that park is supposed to be ultimate freedom of speech. So if at the park it's supposed to be ultimate freedom of speech, then we got to keep it at the words, right?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
If I know the park, if I know there's a park where people are going to say whatever they want to, I may get called the N word 15 times, I would have to suck it up in that park. So
that's what I'm saying. You have to, like, you have to, or else, like, now this happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so I don't know if you heard or how long. Oh, you just woke up, man. I said, like, she's like a reaction. Like she thrives off of the reaction of angry Muslims, right? Her goal is to piss them off. So when she gets a reaction from them, that's what she builds on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah,
they have to find some way to stop reacting and interreacting. You know what I'm saying? Or is that a
I don't know, but I don't know, but I know what you mean.
interact. Yeah. So that's I don't know. Freedom of speech would respond. You have to be responsible, man. Like, you have to be responsible for your words, and I think it's just like, it's such a circular kind of. I don't know. Like, it's wrong and right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
fucked up. Yeah.
yeah. My thing was just like, as a non-religious person, I'm like, yeah, she drill holes in a book, and it's just a book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't really have a equivalent, right? The only equivalent I came up with, I guess, if someone took a bag of my daughter's clothes and burned them on fire, how would I react? You see what I'm saying? Because I can look at it and say, well, it's just clothes. You can go buy another one, go buy some more. But then it will be the principle. Like, no, you're not just gonna take my daughter's clothes. So I don't know, man. I don't know, Jen. I'm confused. Now, of course, I don't think a woman should be stabbed under no circumstances.
No, because they don't try it with the men.
Yeah, I heard that argument earlier when I was listening
Yeah, they don't try it with the men.
Yeah, I heard that. So I can admit that's cowardly.
Yeah, it's a bitch move, man. It's a bitch move.
That's cowardly if you're just gonna fuck with the yeah. That's cowardly if you're just gonna do it against the women and not the men. I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
It is. It's not a good look all around. Like, I heard it's already hit major papers and networks and news and.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a couple of news articles. I seen Yahoo wrote an article and Washington Newsday wrote an article about it. So.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. So I don't know, the way they are over there, like me and Pay, like they're different over there. Like this would be some whole political thing, like backlash, and I don't know. Like I could see Tommy Robinson wilding about it or whatever he does. Like last time he wilded out for her, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like.
But she does need some riders, though. You know what I mean? Not even about picking a side or anything like that. But if there's some men in her life that fuck with her personally, then yeah, they should probably some type of show of force probably needs to be done.
Yeah, she needs bodyguards, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if she does go back, like, imagine now she comes back worse. And now she got a gang of bodyguards, like 10 of them, all wearing T-shirts, all carrying books with holes in it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to be good. Like, every time she comes back more savage.
I noticed all the news articles.
Get bodyguards though, because think about it. You shouldn't be stabbing people regardless. Exactly what Bo was saying. If you have a park and you have free speech, you shouldn't be stabbing people. Like, for example, they really should, like, whoever stabbed her should get maximum penalty. I tell you that for a fact.
Yes.
Maximum penalty, whatever the maximum penalty is, they should get it.
It's like you just shouldn't go. You just shouldn't go. Like, if I like playing basketball at a certain park, and I see the dynamics of the park start to change, where it's more shit talking and more scuffles and more fights, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I probably can't go. I'm gonna end up hurting somebody, so I should just stay away.
Right. I'll go find another spot, a quiet spot or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Tell it ain't the Speaker's Corner ain't for everybody.
No, it's definitely not. Definitely not.
It ain't, man. So.
But some people don't know though. Like Roger made a good point earlier. Like there's people down there, like just tourists. Like you got to think like it's like if you went to New York City and landed it, or you come up on Washington Square Park and you're just walking through there like a tourist. Like, oh, what's this? There's people playing chess. Oh, what's this? There's shit going on over here. Oh, what's this? And then like somebody's like dissing your religion, like you see, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what the fuck is this? Like, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, so you catch the the person that might not, I don't know, but this
Yeah,
would
now
kind
it
of.
takes different type of people. I even say about these online streams, right? I got homeboys that I refuse to introduce to this world because I know that they're gonna get so upset, yell, threaten people over the phone, and it's not gonna be good for them. I know it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a different type of person to, sit down and with that shit. Somebody's talking shit about your religion, so it takes a different type of person. I know that.
It's like there's such an attachment to it though. Like I hear people today like just different, just like scrolling through the different channels today and hearing different people's like outlook on it, and they're like, the Quran means more to me than my mother and my children. How?
Yeah, I will never understand that.
I can't. I don't get it. I mean,
not knowing. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy.
Like if the Quran and your daughter were falling off the side of a cliff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You can't tell me. Nobody on the face of this earth can tell me that they would think twice. So that I feel like it's just a saying that people have to. But
the Quran is a book. Like for example, there's the Quran is the book, right? But it's what's in it. So if the book is falling down, that's just a piece of paper falling down. You understand? But if you have the book, it's different.
What if somebody drills holes in that book?
If somebody just holds in the book, that's not appropriate. But it's not like it's not the same as drilling a hole into a body. It's not, I won't compare it to drilling a hole into your daughter. No, I won't compare it to that. No, I won't, because it's a book. It's a paper. Like I've lost Quran.
I scrolled by that exact comment today. Somebody made a comment. She put holes in our Quran, and now she got holes in her face.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Like, how the fuck? I don't even like this lady. I don't even like her. Like, I don't even rate her as a person or anything. Like, she's a nutbag. But like hearing shit like that makes me think like, what the fuck?
Nah, I mean, I think whoever did that should get maximum penalty. Even though I don't endorse you putting holes in the Quran and things like that.
No, of course not. I don't endorse it either. It's a dick move. It's a dick move.
But I don't think the people should have they should have took the law into their own hands. I think that there's certain processes that people have to respect. You know what I'm saying? You have to respect the process of law. If you don't like what she's saying, sue her for libel or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Sue her or whatever. Or you know what I'm saying? There's other ways to deal with that issue. You know what I'm trying to say? But I mean that's more reason to educate people about the Quran, educate people better. You see what I'm saying? The people had the reaction that they had to her stabbing her, that's the wrong reaction, and you shouldn't, and to me it's not an acceptable reaction. They should be prosecuted to the full extent of law.
Now our favorite American atheist, Why So Religious, made a video today on the situation. Did you guys happen to catch that? It was like a quick 30.
No, I didn't. And I ain't gonna lie, I done went to some dirty parts of YouTube today, but not that.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I went deep then. Yeah. So, well, yeah, it's crazy just because if you like it's all down my homepage. My homepage of YouTube is all about this situation. It's crazy. So, you know, his video, I'm like, let me see what he said. The truth about, you know, what happened today and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he said they took an L, but he mentioned a hadith. And I can't tell you the number. I don't remember. But the sentiment, I'm going to quote it like verbatim, right, from what I remember. So don't take me like word for word. But the story went something like, there was an old guy, or maybe he was blind, and he had a slave that he had children with, and the lady was disrespecting the prophet. So the guy took his knife or sword out and put it to her, and he said he leaned on it until it went through her and killed her. And he went to the prophet, and the prophet said, well, her blood was halal. Like he said, he went and confessed to the prophet that I killed my own slave girl because she said this and this and this about you, and blah blah blah. And he said that was okay. So why so religious seems to think that this is, or maybe doesn't think, but his video kind of alluded to this is a proper or okay thing to do according to the scripture. Have you ever heard no shit like that, Mr. Palin?
No, I never heard anything like that.
I'm gonna link the video. Hopefully he has the reference. Let me see.
You should just play it, man. You know why so religious ain't gonna strike you.
Yeah, but I'm on my phone. I'm gonna have to turn my computer on and all that shit. Unless you could go find it.
I was gonna say if you dropped it in the back chat, I can share my screen.
All right, let me find it. Let me see. It's in my history. You better not strike me. What the fuck? Watch him strike my shit. I'd be hot, man. What the fuck? All right. More private chat. There it is.
All right, let's see.
You could put it on like a faster speed and like
yeah.
You know, and maybe look for a source or something. I don't know if he posted it or maybe it's in the description.
I was watching another video of me and Why So Religious talking, and they sped it up. I was like, yeah, that's probably what you should do when me and Why So Religious are having a conversation. Read that shit up. It sounds horrible when you don't speed it up. Okay, now you said try to fast forward it because this thing is 35 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if he posts like a reference, or let me see when he starts talking about it. So we're just okay. He's reading it at like 4:18. He's reading it, so maybe like 4 minutes or 3:30 or something.
All right, I'll start. I got 3:39 right here. We'll go from here. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, we'll just see if we could catch the beginning. You know what I'm saying, of what he's reading.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need. Maybe somebody could put a source for it.
Nausea. 4070, the book of fighting. Right?
Hey, there we go.
In this, it is Sunan an-Nausea, 4070, book 37, hadith 105.
Is what is Baja is Ibn Baja?
Had an Walid.
Yeah, bring that back. Like, just
Re-
repeat that one part
All right,
where he
I
reads
got.
what's the close?
Identify what book is he reading from? From Ibn Bajjah?
I'm
I
finna
don't
read.
know.
I'm gonna rewind a little bit for you. I'll just go back to I'll just go back a little bit from where I started. Here we go, right here.
Right? There's going to be plenty of Muslims that think that. But the fact is, they will know that it was an L. He didn't kill her, and he didn't die a martyr. What are the rulings of Islam for this, right? If you would like a justification, we can look at Sunan An-Nazia 4070, the book of fighting, right? In this, it is Sunan An-Nazia 4070, book 37, hadith 105. There was a blind man during the time of the Messenger of Allah who had
I never heard that book. The hadith book he's citing, I never even heard of that book.
a slave woman.
What you say, Palo?
You say you never heard of it?
I never heard of that. The whole book he's citing, the hadith book he's citing. I don't know. I don't even know what he's saying. He says, "Is it Sunan what?" I don't know what hadith book he's citing from.
Come on, one of y'all Muslims in the chat, help us out, man. Yuhan, what is he talking about? Have you heard of this? What is it?
She said Sunan Nazar. What? I don't even know what he tried to say.
His pronunciation be his accent
I
be
don't know what
fucking
he's
up.
trying to even say.
Sunanasia? Sunana?
Did you hear what he was trying to say? I don't know what book he tried to say he's reading from some book. I don't know what book he's reading from.
Okay, there we go. Look, Sunan Ibn Majah. That's what Kushite said.
Ibn Majah? You trying to say Ibn Majah?
Yeah.
That's what he tried to say when he said what he said. Oh my God. Okay, that's what he tried to say. Okay.
All right, so yeah, let's hear what it says so that we can see.
Y'all want me to keep going? Y'all find out what y'all need to find? Sunan Ibn Maha.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that pronouncing.
You ripped that out of your bag.
I might take my shahada. I'm trying to do this polygamy thing, so I may have to.
That's funny. Sunan Ibn Majah. What is that? Have you heard of that before, Pelu?
So I know Sunan Ibn Majah. Yes, I know that book. What's
that?
It's a hadith book.
Is it followed by who? What kind of Muslims follow that?
The Sunni world is a Sunni book.
Oh, okay. See, I thought they only followed Bukhari and Sahih Muslim.
Those are the main ones, but there's other ones that are weaker. But even the Bukhari and Muslim, not all of the hadith are sahih. You know what I'm saying? But there's other hadith books. There's other hadith books too. There's Ibn Majah and there's Abu Dawud, and that's the two other big ones. Abu Dawud and Ibn Majah, other two hadith books. But they have more hadiths that are not necessarily sound. It's just like big collections, but not sound. The ones that have the more sound books are like the Muwatta, if you want to get a sound one, the smaller hadiths, you get like the Muwatta of Ibn Malik, or the most accurate one, of course, is the Kama hadith book, and that's the Jamil Sa'if of the Jamil Sa'if of Imam Rabi ibn Habib. That's the most accurate book of hadith. Is Jamil Sahih of Imam Rabi ibn Habib. But in the Sunni collections, the more the soundness of them in terms of transmissions is you can get the Muwatta of Imam Malik. But the larger collections that are mostly used are Bukhari and Muslim, but they also use Ibn Majah is also used, and also also Abu Dawud is also used.
Okay. So do you want to hear the story that's in it, or fuck it?
I don't really care.
I'm gonna play it.
You can play it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. And Also, Jen, let me get a little plug, Jen. When you get ready to wrap it up, I'll probably start one up. I already got Why So Religious in the back begging. I mean, not begging Why So, but he wants to get on. So I'm gonna play a little bit of the story. Why So when I go?
Oh, is he?
Why So?
You ain't gonna strike me, why so? Are you? You ain't gonna strike me. Yeah, all right. Is that him in the back chat? Is that really you?
Probably him, because he's
I
ready.
hope so. Authenticated. Okay. Is that you? Hello?
Why So? Oh
Oh shit.
Careful, be careful. Make somebody big. Big. Hurry.
How do I do it?
Just click on
Layout.
Yeah. Make sure next time we get layout.
It should take so long on the phone. You have to hit like 3 things.
I've never even tried it on the phone. Never. I set up a show on the phone, but I don't think I would ever go live from the phone.
Yeah, I'm just being lazy. Oh, if I get. Is that you, ISO? ISO, is that you?
Hello, you hear me now?
Oh, yes, sir.
So you're showing my video. Of course, I'm not going to strike you, but it would be nice if next time you're like, hey, why so? I'm going to discuss your video, and then I'll show up. You know, I'm 24/7 on this, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah.
So what are y'all talking about my video?
Man, hold on. Hold on. Don't you come in here with that energy, man. You know we use each other videos in this small little
Dude,
YouTube.
I'm just joking, dude. I'm trolling. You know I don't care about it.
I'm fucking with you too, why so, man?
I'm the most free speech person that you'll meet. So of course I don't care.
But
I just find it like interesting that you're showing my video. I just find it interesting.
No, because
I did, because I did say I did watch your video today. You know, I am sub to the channel. You might think I hate you, whatever,
So then,
but most of the time it just be fucking with you.
Keep me updated on what was said thus far.
All right, so we just got to it. So we were just going through, there might be some kind of justification for this, that people, that why people are saying they're happy that this happened. You know what I'm saying? So like we're just talking about the whole situation, you know, different videos, different takes on it, and because I watched quite a few people, their different reactions on this whole situation today. And yours did come up in my feed, so I did watch it. And
what did he say then? What did he say?
So he's bringing a hadith, which we're about to play, that may about somebody stabbing somebody because they mocked the prophet, and the prophet said that it was okay, or something like that. I kind of verbatim. He could probably explain it better.
Go ahead. I'll wait until the discussion happens, and then I'll interject when people have.
Oh, why so religious? I can't believe you're so polite today.
I'll play it. I know. That's what I'm saying, Roger. I like it too.
Rich, listen to him.
I think it's something. Hey, Roger, something about these American panels that make everybody just
we're
chill.
He's like with his own today, yeah. Because when he's on the British panels, he's getting
we've had beef across the pond for like 300 years, you know what I'm saying? So that might be the difference.
Might as well keep that shit going, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't worry, Jen. Well, it's play the video. If he was on another channel,
I did say it too. I'm like, watch him strike my ass. I'm like, watch him strike my ass.
I would never do that. But go ahead. We'll see.
All right. Yeah, I'm not a striker either.
You're like, Dave Chappelle when he said, who do you call when you got a problem? Call Dar Rule. His wife's so religious now.
Justification. You can look at Sunan Nausea, 4070, the Book of Fighting, right?
No.
In this,
Cloves. You want one?
It is Sunan Nausea, 4070, Book 37, Hadith 105. There was a blind man during the time of the Messenger of Allah who had an Walid by whom he had
I've
two
heard
sons,
this one. This one's crazy.
A slave woman. She used to slander and defame the Messenger of Allah a great deal, and he would rebuke her, but she would not pay heed. Notice this is multiple times. But she would not pay heed, and he would forbid her to do that. but she ignored him. One night I mentioned the prophet, and she slandered him. I could not bear it, so I went and got a dagger, and I thrust it in her stomach and leaned upon it and killed her. In the morning, she was found slain. Mention of that was made to the prophet, and he gathered the people and said, I adjure by Allah, a man over whom I have the right, that he should obey me. And he did what he did to stand up. The blind man started to tremble and said, O messenger of Allah, I am the one who killed her. She was my Walid, my slave woman that I have children with, and she was kind and gentle toward me. And I have 2 sons like pearls from her. But she used to slander and defame you a great deal. I forbade her, but she did not stop, and I rebuked her, but she did not pay heed. Finally,
Can you put this on the screen so we can see it?
So I went and got a dagger, and I thrust it into her stomach and leaned on it until I killed her. The messenger of Allah said, I bear witness that her blood is permissible.
Yeah, I've heard this one. Someone gave this to me before. There's another version with a baby pops
Jen,
out
I
as
think
well.
my bad, Roger. I'm sorry, Roger, but Jen has to. My screen's already shared. Jen just has to hit the button.
Oh, you need to share the screen so people, because they're going to say that why so religious is lying, isn't it? I can't remember whether this is like authentic, but I do remember.
This is Sahi. This is Sahi.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This is
Who said it was Saeed?
the Symbiotic I gave the book number.
Does not mean it's Saeed.
Where
But it
is
is
he got it on
Sahi.
video? Is he got it on the video? That cool. Did you shout on your video?
Do you know what Saeed means? You know what something means is
Look
Saeed?
at this argument. Look at this argument. Does anybody notice what just happened? This argument went from that when I produce a hadith that might actually show a reason in the ideology, the belief system, that somebody does something, instantly is questioned if this hadith that does exist is Sahih, Revelation.
There's another one that someone sent me. Mr. Pili, 1 minute. Mr. Pili, there's another one, yeah, which is supposed to be authentic as well, where there's 2 women, they were doing poems, and one of them was executed, and the other one wasn't because she was became Muslim.
So Jen, don't kick me out. Don't kick me out. I'll be right back. I have to. Then you can screen share the hadith that I bring and show that it's Sahih. It'll take me just 1 moment.
All right, cool.
Look how cool he is today.
Yeah, I like this, man.
Can I just say, I apologize earlier if I was getting, because the only reason I left you is because it's late and I don't want to be shouting and stuff. So I thought, let me just go. I had to go anyway. So
I hear you. It's all
what
good.
should I do, Jen? Should I keep playing while he's finding that? Keep playing the video? Or are we done with the video?
He's talking. He's gonna say it anyway, isn't it?
I think he put it in the back chat. So if your screen is sharing, maybe you could you click on that, or you have to reshare?
I can do it.
Or he can. I don't know. I'm just on my phone, so
you can share. Can you share the screen?
So
why so religious?
So
I share it?
No, I can't. I can't share it. I'm on my phone. But firstly,
let me
anybody. There is one thing that nobody can say about me is that I bring daif hadiths or anything below Sahih. Anybody, even if you hate me, you have to admit
but that's Saeed. But that one is not Saeed.
It is Sahih.
Who judges to be Saeed?
Here. So here it says here. I don't know what to mean, but it says reference Sunnah and Nasai. It's grade Sahih Dar es Salaam. Book 37, Hadith 105. There was a blind man during the time of Messenger.
Make it bigger. I can't see it. Can you make it bigger?
I don't know how to.
The point.
I've done it.
Hey, I just want everybody to notice the point that was just made. That as soon as you bring something that brings into question a person's actions because of religious text, they instantly deny that any part of it could be true. They
but see,
is it that a Muslim? No, real quick, Roger, real quick.
One at a time, please, one at a time. Let him land, Palo, and you could go through after.
Let me finish this point. If I was Muslim and I brought this hadith to justify the action, they would not question its authenticity. They would just say that I have a misinterpretation. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, I don't judge this one to be Saeed. It's Sudan.com and it's graded Saeed by Darussalam. I don't know who's grading this as Saeed. And his reference is Sunnah al-Nasai. I don't know that book of Sunan book. I don't even know that
the
book.
Top 6 books.
Sunnah al-Nasi?
Yeah, that's the top 6 books. You have Sunan, you have Al-Bukhari, you have Ahi Muslim, you have
From what sect though? Is this a sectarian difference?
No, so Al-Nisai is a 6 book. Al-Nisai is one of the 6 books. Al-Nisai?
Yes.
Yeah, but not all. From my understanding from Speaker's Corner, not all people believe in these.
No. First. Before you even say that, I want to say is this whatever book he's reading? Sunnah al-Nisai. Is al-Nisai one of the 6? I'm not even Sunni, but al-Nisai is one of the 6 books.
Yes.
Al-Nisai.
Abu Dawood.
Abu Dawood. I know Abu Dawood. I know Ibn Majah. I know Ibn Majah. I know Buhari. I know Buhari. I know Muslim. What about what's Sunnah al-Nisai? I don't know about Sunnah al-Nisai. I don't know what that is.
So that's fine that you don't know what it is. But what's strange about this conversation, right? In my opinion, is that if I was Muslim and I was there's plenty of Muslims that agree that as soon as I take my Shahada, I'm considered a knowledgeable Muslim, but because I'm a kufa, they don't want to accept what I say. But if I announce my Shahada right now, plenty of Muslims would be like, yes, he only cites Sahih sources. He only gives references that are compatible with Islam. So it doesn't really matter what your opinion is.
No Muslim will tell you that. No Muslim in the world will tell you that.
We'll tell you what that stabbing someone for mocking is justified.
No Muslim will say what yeah. No Muslim, okay, like for example, no Muslim would even repeat this hadith.
Okay, so that's a no true Scotsman's fallacy, right? You're saying no true Muslim would do anything about this hadith. Is that true? Can you say that no Muslim would ever quote this hadith as a justification?
Yeah. No Muslim would ever even quote this hadith for anything. Yes. I'm saying that.
Are there any Muslims in the chat? Can any Muslims in the chat put a 1 in the chat? Muslims, if you know of this book, and is this top 6 books or?
General issue. Can I just say something, Mr. Pillow? 1 minute. Why so religious here? Why so religious? 1 minute. No, you've been talking. Let me just finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
So the problem is,
I'm just fucking around, man.
Even if one person believed this, can you not see how it could be a problem that a man killed his wife?
I mean, yeah,
and then when she killed him, instead of like saying, "Oh, this is wrong," he was like, "Okay, it's fine." So it could be a lie. It could be total fabrication. But if one person believes it, it can be dangerous. Can you not see?
Right.
Hey,
and not only that, but
some people there's somebody who might believe in human sacrifice. I mean, it's not my business if they believe it. Okay, there's some people eat people. I know people who've eaten people before, right? I know somebody's eating another person, right?
But notice the first retort is that it's a da'if, it's a weak hadith. And then when I bring it and it's labeled
who said it's a weak?
He throws it out. He throws it out.
Who said it was weak? No, but
this is why I feel like hadiths are problematic from the start. I've had these conversations.
Hadith is not problematic.
I don't know. I've had this conversation with some.
So this is why there's a lot of there's a big Quranist movement.
So
who said it was weak? Who said it was weak?
Rewind it. Anybody?
I thought you said it wasn't. I thought
I knew it was weak. I never said who said it was weak. I want you to rewind it. Yeah, I want you to rewind it. I want you to rewind because. So who said it was weak? I want you to come on record.
Okay,
I want you to get a
maybe
record. I want you to get a record again.
so.
Okay, who said it was weak? I want you to say on record who said it was weak. I want it to be on record.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
maybe because you
Maybe
said it
I'm
wasn't
wrong.
Sahi. Maybe you
Maybe,
said it
maybe.
because it
No,
wasn't
no, no, no,
Sahi.
no, no,
I want
no,
everything
no.
on
Let me
record.
finish.
I want everything on
Let me
record. I want
finish.
everything on record.
Let
I
me
want
All
you
right,
to say
chill, guys,
who said it was
chill,
weak.
finish.
I want everything on record. I
Somebody
want
on this
everything on record.
panel, somebody on this panel
Who
said
on
that
this
it was
panel said
weak.
it was weak? Who on this panel said it was weak? I want records.
Maybe-
it wasn't
no.
you, but I thought it was.
I want
Maybe
records.
it
I want
wasn't
records.
you.
I want records.
Then
No,
I
no.
apologize. You
I'm
understand
pulling
that?
cards. I'm about to start pulling cards.
Palo, he's apologizing. Chill. He apologized.
I'm
Do you
pulling
He could have
understand?
fucked
I'm
up.
apologizing
He
if
could have
I
fucked
said the
up,
wrong
Palo.
person.
No,
If
I'm
I
not
said
taking
the
no
wrong person.
I'm pulling cards. I'm pulling cards today. I'm pulling cards.
But
Come
there
on,
is a
Palo,
person.
man.
There is a
Cards,
person that
I'm
said
pulling
on this
cards.
live
Who
stream
said it?
that it's a weak hadith.
Hey, we're gonna go point for point. We're gonna see accuracy. Who said what? Let's pull cards. Let cards get pulled today.
So Pelu, let me finish and don't get upset. I said I apologize if what I said was directed to you and it wasn't. There was a person on the panel that said before I pulled up this hadith, but I mentioned it in my video that it was a weak hadith. I don't know if it was you. I apologize. Hey,
Who said it was weak? It is a record. It should be a record of the
am I
person saying it was weak.
wrong? Raj, am I wrong
Chill.
that somebody said that it was weak and that's the reason we had to pull up
Yeah,
the
I mean,
hadith?
someone
I
said
definitely heard the word weak. It could have been me. I don't remember. It
Who
could
said
have
it was
been me.
weak?
So it's a weak
Who said it?
hadith.
I want to know who said it. Who said it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Why does that
Can't
matter?
remember.
Pilu,
Yeah,
why
let's
does
just
that
move
matter?
past it. He said
because I want to be able to go back on record. It's a record, right? So I
Then
want
why not
records
rewind the video? Why not
yeah, but if
rewind
he's
the
saying
video?
all right,
Why
but if
not
he's saying
rewind the video?
So no, because first of all, I can't rewind the video because I'm on phone for first and
That
foremost.
doesn't
yeah, I
matter.
That's the
can't
thing.
either.
Now,
You
second,
can
the
push
other
on
reason
the
is
screen
if someone
backwards.
said
You can push on the
I
screen
cannot do
backwards
it
and
on
it
my
will
phone because
rewind.
I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Chrome.
It doesn't matter, my guy.
Yeah, but forget about the weakness of it. The point is, even if it's very weak,
No,
one person.
I want to know who said it was.
Hold on, Mr. Peter. Well, you're getting caught up in the who said what. But the thing is, the problem is that this is on a mainstream website and it's saying it's a strong hadith. Yeah, maybe it's a lie. But the point is, somebody could read this, an impressionable young person, and it's saying that a man killed his wife because he insulted the prophet. Now, someone's seeing
No, not his wife, Raj. His slave. His slave.
God, it's even worse, man. So then you're seeing Hatun at Speaker's Corner, and you're like, all right, that's not condemned. That one person might go and do something. Can you not see how it could have an effect?
I'm going to go to Born Rich's channel because I feel like there's going to be an easier dialogue there.
I know someone's eating a person. I know someone's
easier dialogue.
And I know someone eating a person, and I'm just trying to figure out who said it was weak. Who said it? Well, why is it a big
I don't know, Mr. Palo. I don't know. We know that we literally, because it's not like it's not a big deal. Like somebody may have said it, somebody may have not. He's admitting to he may have been mistaken that it was you. So it's like I don't understand. Like let's chill and move forward, man. Like it's problematic. Like there's a lot of wild
and the thing
shit
is,
in
Hadith,
Hey, Jen, I'm gonna tell you, it's only problematic in very heterodox, in very heretical schools of Islam, like Sunniism is problematic because it's not really Islam. It's not Islam at all. Shiism is problematic.
All right, Jen, thank you for having me on. I'm gonna go to Born Rich's channel.
All right, man. Take care. Take care, bro. I know. Everybody go to Born Rich's when you know what I'm saying when you're ready.
Al Haqqa Istiqama is the only authentic school of Islam that was ever.
Yeah, but I mean, I know Palo, but we done been through. You know what I'm saying? I respect your stance. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, there's a lot of other schools that believe a lot of other things, and like things like this. And
the heretics, and they should be condemned as heretics. We should stop calling them Muslims. We need to stop calling Sunni Muslims. Stop calling Shias Muslims. That's the problem.
Ooh,
he's
yeah, man. Like,
Sunnis Muslims. Sunniism has never had any. The people who call themselves Al Sunni wal Jamaat had never been Muslims, and it never have anything to do with Islam. And the people call themselves the Shia, the Shias are not Muslims and have nothing to do with Islam. They preach heresies.
Just play my video. Why not just play my video and let it speak for itself, and then we can discuss it.
Do you know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this. Why so religious? Let's play his video.
Yeah, let's do that.
I need to shoot anyway, man. But, yeah. Mr. Pilu, you're getting very excited. Man. I'll take care, man.
Yeah, let's take it down a notch, man. I'm gonna cut this at 12, and see what happens. But yeah, this is the thing, man.
My video probably has a pretty controversial opinion, but it is the reality, in my opinion. That doesn't. I said that weird, but in my opinion, what I bring forth is the reality of the Islamic Sunni Shia teachings and how this guy attacking her is a failure for Islam. That is the premise that I bring forth. Now, I can't do the video like I said. I'm on my phone. I'm moving at this time, so my computer is not set up yet. But
yeah, it's all good. So. Do you think that all right? So according to this website, like it's a Sahih hadith, right? Like, do you think this is something that's taught to people, or something that people have to go research and find for themselves?
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be taught? If the concept of just to bring this up, right? If there is a concept in Islam, Sunni / Shia Islam, that you should execute the person who defames or mocks Muhammad or Allah, why wouldn't this hadith be brought up and knowledgeable?
Is that a rule? Like under
No, I'm asking you a logical question, right? Like, why wouldn't this hadith be a source to show that it is okay to execute, to kill somebody for mocking or insulting Muhammad? Why, if the premise is inside of Islam, it's okay to kill somebody, to execute them, to murder them, to kill them, whichever phrase you want to use. Why wouldn't this hadith be one of the go-to sources for that concept?
But there's other parts, like the argument that I heard that I guess
just say yes or no. Why wouldn't this be?
I know.
Not yes or no. I'm sorry, not yes or no. That's wrong. But just
no, like you're right. You're right. Yeah, like it would. Like it says it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the place that says it. I don't know if this says it in any other hadith or anything else.
Like one other hadith. There is one other hadith that is the same hadith that actually mentions that the woman is pregnant at the time, and that that's no joke. I'll bring that one too if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, and nobody could say this no matter how much they hate me, you know, or disagree with me on most shit. I do not bring anything outside of source material for religion.
I know, you're nice with it, man. I give you that. Like, I give you that. And that's one thing, like, you know, you could be annoying to deal with sometimes when things are hype, but on some real shit, like, you make me study about my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I kind of rate about you. Like, you make me want to learn shit.
I never claim to be right. Like, I never claim to be right, but I admit when I'm wrong. That is the difference between me and a lot of people. I'll admit when I'm wrong, and I'll apologize if I'm wrong. But the fact is, to the question that I posed is, with that video, since nobody's playing the video, I'll give you the summary, I guess you would say, the synopsis of the concept. I say that Islam took an L with stabbing Khatun. And the reason is because he didn't kill her and or he didn't die a martyr. Because according to the Sunnah, you are supposed to either kill the person who defames Muhammad and the religion or Allah, or you're supposed to die a martyr. And the person did neither of those. They just stabbed her and then ran. So all he's going to go down in history, in the publications, is a person who stabbed a woman and then ran away. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not.
he stabbed the woman not for Islam. He stabbed the woman for his own personal evil.
Can you prove that?
Yeah, because stabbing somebody has nothing to do with Islam.
Really? Are you claiming that no Muslims in the Sahaba or Muhammad ever stabbed a person?
They didn't stab. No, they didn't stab nobody in aggression.
They
No,
never stabbed anybody in aggression.
Oh no. Just,
not the righteous. No, Muhammad never stabbed anybody in aggression. No. In the
So
fence,
when he
no.
went to battle, so Muhammad was credited with
When he
multiple
went to
battles.
battle's different than stabbing somebody in the street. If you go to
No. Let's use your phrasing, right? Your
Whoa,
phrasing was
you said
stab the
stabbing.
person in aggression. Right?
In aggression,
So Muhammad
did
Muhammad
violent
stab?
aggression. I'm gonna talk warfare.
Did Muhammad
Okay,
stab a person in
okay.
aggression or not?
Okay, so if
Did
a
he
soldier
do
in
it
the
or not?
army, if a soldier in the army kills somebody in battle in a
Caleb,
soldier, is he a
did
murderer?
he do it or not? Did
Is he a
Muhammad
Is a
stab a
soldier who
person
kills
in
somebody in
aggression
a
or not?
battle? Is a soldier
I
kill
don't
somebody?
know. That's
Did he
a good
stab
point.
a person?
Yeah.
Is a soldier
Did he
who kills
stab a
somebody in a
person in
battle a
aggression or
murderer?
not?
Is a
Yeah,
person? Is
so
a
technically
I'm
it would be
asking you.
yes, right?
I'm
But the
asking
thing
you.
is,
I'm not answering that question because you answer an irrelevant question that's asinine. I'm not gonna answer an asinine question.
no, why
If,
so religious though? Wait,
if
one second,
if a
you guys.
soldier kills a person in battle, if a
That's what
soldier
I'm
kills a
saying.
soldier in battle, is he a murderer?
He's got a good point. Why so?
No, we
Like
can
that's a
start.
different
No, he
concept.
doesn't.
It's
And
a
he
different
doesn't. And
concept.
here's why. Here's why. His original statement is miles away from his declaration, right? His
Yeah, but
original
I think
statement. No. You agreed that it's miles away. So he
well,
says that Muhammad
yeah.
never
No,
stabbed a
I didn't say
person
anything like
in
that. You gotta take
aggression.
your arguments are asinine.
Yeah, but the premise was different. The premise was different that before, like, there's only one premise, like, that he was thinking of, and that was
Caleb.
the attack
Caleb,
on
did Muhammad
Your
ever order
argument
people?
is asinine. I just
Muhammad
proved your
ever
argument
order?
is asinine. Your
Did
arguments are asinine.
Okay, then
If you kill somebody in war,
let's say
if I'm in the U.S.
concede.
Army
Let's
and
say, hey, Caleb,
I'm in Iraq,
before I get off here,
I kill someone in Iraq. I'm not a
so
murderer.
let's say I concede.
okay, he's gonna
Let's
bring up
say
a
I
different
concede.
example.
Let's say I
Example,
concede.
Taylor.
Let's say I concede that. Did Muhammad ever give the order to kill people after checking their body parts for pubic hair?
Killing people for checking the body with pubic hair.
Did Muhammad ever give the order to execute people if they had pubic hair, and if they didn't have pubic hair, not to execute them?
No, he never made such an order. Never, ever.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure.
Jen already knows if I bring it up, then it's source material. Jen already knows if I bring it up, it's source material.
I want you to bring up source material.
Why? Just so you can say that you don't believe it's Sahih?
Of course.
Is it a
You say that you don't believe it's Sahih.
I know it's not Sahih. Of course. That's why. I know it's not Sahih. I know it's not Sahih. So bring it up, please. Bring it up. I want you to bring it up. Please. Bring it up. I beg. Let's pull cards. Let's pull cards. No. I want to pull cards. I want to pull the cards.
Chill. We already know what's gonna happen.
Your jiu-jitsu is weaker than mine. You're talking about pulling cards. Your jiu-jitsu is weaker than mine. Okay?
I'm pulling. No, my position is weaker. I pulled 10 times in a row. Your position is weaker. Pull the cards out.
Dude,
Bring
I got you in a triangle that's also an arm bar. You need to relate.
You got me nothing. You got me nothing. I said pull the cards. Pull them.
So Mr. Palu, let me ask you a question, right? Like on some real shit, bro. There's some hadiths that say some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do they come from? Like, who believes them? Like, are these things being taught? Like, is this part of it? Is this not part of it? Like, what is going on, man? Like, I feel like it adds so much complication to everything. Like the Hadiths are like pretty much what people argue over everything that has to do with it. So it's like I don't know, man. It seems like everything problematic, the sectarian differences, the things that Islamophobes say to you guys, everything comes from Hadith. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just wild.
People need to stop making up hadith. They need to stop. Okay, I told you. Listen, I told you. Sunnism and Shiism has nothing to do with Islam. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. I'm telling you openly and publicly. Everybody, if you're involved in Sunnism, Shiism, if you're involved in anything outside of a halak wal istiqamah, leave it alone today. Okay, change your life, reform your life, get away from these heretical, blasphemous ideologies that do nothing but destroy the mentality and morality and your integrity of people. So leave these things alone. Come to the straight path, come to the truth and reality. God bless everyone.
Well, I think that's a good place to end it. Everybody go jump over to Born Riches. I think he got something going on. Let me find the link. I'll put it in the chat. Oh shit, I gotta put it on YouTube. 1 second.
All right,
Oh
see you,
shit,
Jen.
that's the wrong. All right, big up, Mr. Palo. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. Have a good night, man. I'll probably listen to Borns for a little while till I fall asleep. So I'll see y'all over there. Shit, that's why so. Yeah, everybody go sub to Why So Religious too. That's his link. Let me find Born Rich's link. Sorry, I done fucked up the damn link. God damn it. YouTube. The second link is Born Riches. Everybody go jump over there. Yeah, it was a good stream. Crazy days. And all right, big up. Peace.